we're just gonna have to wait for Erica because I can't do the cropping of the video and stuff until everybody's box is in there.
Is that your
I
actual
understand.
background, Jason?
No, this is the pool side scene from Cool Cat Saves the Kids. There's Vivica A. Fox and Eric Estrada right back there. So
Nice.
There he is.
I decided to go on brand. Everybody can have some lemonade if they want.
No.
Yeah. Jason is in a garage.
Yes.
I'm in a castle.
Just like,
Or
this is
outside a
really pretty.
Yeah.
I have no background.
I have a green screen.
I have some
Same.
pictures of
Yep.
Paris.
I need a green screen.
It's handy. It's handy.
Perhaps.
You should do
Yeah.
a blue. You should subtract
No,
your
what
hair.
happened to my beautiful background? Oh.
We know you're in a garage.
Oh, now it's even better because now it's all windy. No, let's bring back Erica or Eric and Vivica. I call them Erica.
What you need, Jason, is you need a background that's slightly framed differently, just so they're like always behind your shoulder.
I know, but that's the only shot. I was like, what still could I pull from Cool Cat Saves the Kids? And there aren't very many that are like luxurious stills with nothing because it's Cool Cat Saves the Kids. So they're over there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Monty, you could just do the. You could. Do
It's not a great framing of a shot.
Your hair.
I think we might actually be live. Hi, live stream. We're not ready yet. We're waiting for people, and the video's all messed up. So I'm going to turn that off now. Goodbye. And we're live. Hey.
Hello. Hi, live stream.
Peoples.
If you call this living.
Hello, nerds.
Yes. So I've got the Roll20 thing view, but it's like it's good to have another view where it's just us talking, because sometimes the map is in between things or not relevant.
I will say that my mom appreciates that, because sometimes when she watches on her phone when she's in bed, and probably that won't be the case today. But like all the faces are very tiny, so
No,
get a little bigger when there's no map.
I agree
My
with
face
that.
is
That sounds
already very
great.
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can confirm we are live.
Why would the map be the biggest thing in all situations? The heck with that thing.
No.
It's us.
Stupid map.
Especially right now, it's just the map of White Sparrow, which you've all seen before. Got a hand.
Hand. Wait. I have several questions about this hand.
All right, we have not started the session, so please continue.
Can we tell what the extra finger is? Like, is there an anatomical difference between an index and a ring and a middle finger?
I think it's really hard. Let me just I don't know the answer to this question, and I'm the dungeon master. So
Well, I mean, isn't like the recessive?
looking at my own hand, Monty, you ever really look at your hand?
Yes, that's why he's asking this question.
But if you have 2 ring fingers, can you get married twice?
Yeah. See, there's all sorts of.
That is smart.
I think there might be.
Very big of you.
I really don't know. It's hard to tell. Also, like, do we know this is a
Thank you,
human
Glenn.
hand? How do we know that this
Humans
is an
can
extra
have-
finger?
humans can have 6 fingers.
Also, maybe this is just
Yeah,
a
but also
statue
that's
of a
just an
creature
extra
that has
pinky sticking
6
out.
fingers.
Paperwork is excessive, though.
Didn't Anne Boleyn like have an extra finger supposedly?
I knew someone
Is
who
that
had
what
a
was chopped off?
sixth finger.
All right. I think we're actually ready to play D&D, believe it or not. Not. Hold
Well,
on.
that's what we were doing.
Technically ready or emotionally ready?
I'm neither.
Wherever
And I don't have my
emotionally.
character sheet up. See, now
I was
hey
I'm just bringing
everybody,
up mine.
I've completed all the technical issues. I haven't done a damn thing about playing D&D yet, but I've completed the technical issues. So
Hey, that's pretty important.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start the adventure or stall while you get all that set up?
just let me open my character sheet.
Right,
What's
open
this?
mine.
Oh God, it's Cool Cat. Yes. Okay.
Right.
Choices. I see that you are all in Roll20, which is lovely. I see your little names there. Hopefully you are all
Like romper room. And I see
Yeah.
Tony and Jason and James.
Do I turn off the dice rolling in Roll20, or does that go to? Does anybody know? Has anybody tried that?
I use the dice ruling in the Roll20, but I don't
Yeah.
necessarily. I could use dice by PCalc instead.
I just use dice.
I just don't
Yeah,
know if
same.
it. Oh no, I see. Okay.
your tokens at the bottom of the map. Can anyone not roll the move token around? Which means I haven't done the permissions correctly. I think you can all move your tokens around.
I have shimmied my character. It's working fine.
All right.
I moved it.
I
very
can
far,
moved it.
so
Both of my
I
characters.
think I can
Yep.
move it on the hand.
All right. You're all good.
Woo! High five. 6.
Woo!
Okay. Where do I go to turn off dice rolling in D&D Beyond?
Oh, is that a
No
thing I have to
idea.
do?
Well, I'm using the Chrome plugin that rolls my dice in Roll20, which is great.
Oh, I see.
But I need to turn off dice rolling, and they said is there like a settings?
there we go.
I feel really underprepared. I'm not ready for this character.
Hooray!
I will do my best.
Erica, you're underprepared is at least prepared. So
This is only the second time I played D&D in 40 years, so I think we're,
Ooh.
you know,
I don't think I've ever played with Erica, except for when she
not as a
bosses me
player.
around.
oh,
I am not a bossy DM.
No, you're not
maybe,
a boss DM.
maybe I am.
uh-oh, the
I know
knives-
I'm a lot
Wait,
more
you-
harsh than Tony is. That's for sure.
The knives. come
whoa.
She
Aren't
kind of
I
is.
harsh? I know what I am.
You let people get away with like fuzzy rule stuff. I don't stand for that.
Mm.
No.
That's our whole brand here.
This is a
She-
fun
she's
thing to say
almost
to
killed
someone
us
right
many
before we go
times.
live. Another
Man.
problem with your DM style.
Yeah, could everyone just list some of my failures? Don't let me just the Dungeon Master.
All right,
Let's
Stop
read
being so
Tony.
nice, Tony. Try to kill us more.
As a player, I
That's
think
what I'm
it's
hearing.
great.
Okay, I think I am ready
Remember
I
that
can change
time in
my
6th
name.
grade when?
She never forgot. She never forgot, Tony.
Yeah.
These things.
Yeah,
doing
I
it?
think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to play now.
So, should I start?
Yeah.
All right. How many people are watching the stream? I always ask that before I start. Modulate my performance based on the numbers.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
There are 18 people currently watching, one of which is me. So
I'm going to give a 6-person
Okay.
performance.
17 viewers.
yeah, so
All right, that's
medium level.
16 who count.
Woohoo.
Whoa.
Wow. Can they hear you
Whoa,
say
James
that?
counts.
Whoa, the knives are all out.
I mean, James watching himself on video does not count. Come on.
I mean,
Are we
it's a way
at
to goose the numbers.
did you post something live or is it just on the schedule?
Also,
Is there
there's a goose in the
It's I
numbers.
tweeted it
tweet?
from the TP Kill
Wait,
account.
I will just repeat.
I retweeted it.
that.
I will do that.
I will
too.
repeat.
Oh gosh, I apparently, in attempt to link some other Glenn, link somebody that's not Glenn.
You
Whoops.
There is
linked
no
Gary
other one.
Lineker, who is a
Oh,
very
I have no
famous
idea.
British footballer.
I am very
I-
impressed.
Don't know who that is. I mean, I think I was typing GL something. In it.
Well, he's
Gary Lineker, if you are ready.
You can play D&D with us anytime.
Yeah.
like all these D&D shows that are getting
actually-
celebrities on.
Actually, the first thing in his account is about sports, so now
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed. So,
All right. Welcome back, everybody. No, sorry.
okay.
It's Tony's job.
Welcome back, everybody, to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, nerd and dungeon master, and a third yet to be assigned role. I like to keep things flexible. We are starting a new mini adventure today. That's right, another short adventure from the wonderful collection of adventures known as Fantastic Adventures I purchased from the Sly Flourish website. It's lovely. I'm very much enjoying it, and I believe this is our 5th adventure. Asterisk, we didn't finish the 4th one yet. We've got that scheduled. That's later. But we are starting a 5th adventure with some returning characters and at least new characters, no new players. Everyone I know has already been through, and no one else will talk to me. So that's how we're doing it. Allow me to introduce our players, and they will introduce their characters. First up, let us start with a new player for the mini adventures, but a TPK favorite playing a new character. First off, it's Erica Ensign. Hi, Erica.
Oh, I'm a favorite. Wow, that's exciting. Yes, I'm very
Don't
excited.
don't take it too don't get too impressed. Our other players are lousy. So,
I'm very excited to be joining this mini adventure crew. I do have a brand new character, which I'm very excited about. I am playing a character named Reed Quarrel Kilgareth. I am a cleric of a death god, which is exciting. A death god I have currently forgotten the name of because it's kind of confusing. I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
and
so.
no, some people in Dungeons and Dragons would be like, "Death God, isn't that evil?" I mean, Death God's certainly spooky, but you got to remember, the world of Dungeons and Dragons, there's something worse than death. It's undeath. So it kind of changes the parameters.
Yes.
Why is that worse?
Undeath, really bad.
You get a cool
Undeath is unnatural.
It is
bone
unnatural.
thrown?
It is abomination. Undead must be wiped from the face of the earth. That is not okay. You should die in battle, as everyone should. You should not die of sickness. You should not die of old age. You should not certainly become undead. This is very important.
Can I get your pamphlet
Right.
about this? I'd like to read a little more.
Yeah, I'm looking at the necromancy
Next.
spell that I've learned and thinking things might go badly.
Next up, everybody's favorite necromancer, James Thompson.
I have not actually become a necromancer. I play Samson Jotham, a gnome.
I meant in real
artificer.
life, not in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yes, yes. An important clarification. Who has spent all of his gold from the previous adventures on something.
Someone, somehow. Next up, joining us again, returning with one of her characters that we've met before. It's Annette Weirst. Hi, Annette.
Hello, I am playing Chomasa, who the last time you saw her, she spent most of the game poisoned. So I am no longer poisoned, but I do have 2 swords, and I'm a Dragonborn Ranger and very excited to fight things.
Goal for today: be less poisoned.
Yes.
It's good to have a goal.
Joining us next, it's another returning character.
Who will it be?
It is Glenn Fleischman.
Hello.
It is Glenn Fleischman.
Am I on this episode? I am back in the D&D fold after many decades away, and I'm playing Karakon the Wise, a human with tendencies like collecting tin and looking at shiny things. Also washing.
So much washing of hands.
But I got a lot of spells, and I use them badly.
Glenn, do you have a spell caddy today?
I do not have a spell caddy. Well, I have one on call in case I need some additional help. I had one who was here, my familiar, but they disappeared for the moment.
I'm a little concerned. We'll see how that goes.
As you should be.
Next up, a fearsome monster. It is Monty Ashley.
Hi, I'm Monty Ashley, a fearsome monster, and I am playing another fearsome monster, Krong, the bugbear rogue. He is a nightmare monster who lives under beds and terrifies things. The official description of bugbears is very unfair, in my opinion.
It was probably
it's
written
real
by an elf.
judgy.
Yeah.
Savage, shiftless layabouts is one of the headlines.
Whoa!
Wow. I just wanted to establish we do have new character art for several of these characters, provided by the lovely Kathy Campbell. Monty, for your character, is that your character's face, or is he wearing a terrifying mask?
I think it's his face.
Okay. I guess somehow that's the worst answer to that.
Don't try and take it off. That's all we're saying.
Glad I could help.
Thanks. And last, I've lost count. Next, maybe last but not least, Jason Snell.
What? Sorry,
You're
I'm being
playing
Steve
a
Lutz
character.
there. Hi there. I am playing a Tabaxi bard. He specializes in both the bagpipes and the pan flute.
No.
I created him
No.
as a joke.
That's right, Glenn. Glenn, every adventure has a bard. You can't escape.
I created him as a joke, which is why I equipped him last time with a bunch of things like boomerangs, which were the most ridiculous weapons to have, and realized halfway through, why are my weapons so terrible? And the answer is because they were novelty weapons for a joke character. Anyway, he's level 3 now, and he's much more advanced, and he's dropped some of the novelty weapons, and he's going to take everything seriously now. He is Cool Cat.
The spooniest of bards. Jason, just checking. How many levels does this joke last?
This may be it. I don't know.
Okay, just checking.
Oh.
All right.
Maybe until he dies.
Did I miss anyone? There's so many of you this adventure. Okay, no one yelled at me for missing them. All right, the adventure we are playing is the Gleam in the King's, the 5th and the Fantastic Adventures PDF. I mean, when we finish this, we'll be halfway through this. But, it's great. This has been especially a thing we have done as we were all shut in for the pandemic. Allow me to get started. Our adventure today, once again, takes place in the lovely village of White Sparrow. It's known for its one tavern, its nice spa next door to the tavern. It's got a lovely Church of Light, merchant houses.
Didn't we destroy the Church of
really
Light?
About all of it.
Tony, didn't we? I think we maybe destroyed the Church of Light last time.
What's the continuity on this? It wasn't destroyed in our adventure, but was that after?
Yeah. Then in the most recent adventure when we went down below the Church of Light to the Church of Darkness and caused a
That was a different. This church is.
Okay, that was the Church of the Sun or something, and this is a not more kind of non-culty church.
Yeah, this is strictly kind of just like we all believe. Clarify that adventure took place.
It's not just me, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, I was just typing.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
I was seeing you freeze as well, Jason. So I think
I'm
there's
seeing
something.
Jason freeze.
The only one I'm seeing freeze is Tony, but he's still frozen.
Yeah.
He froze.
Carbonite.
Well, I'm glad we learned that thing about the church.
Yeah.
Before it was too late.
No, he's just laughing at us.
Dungeon Tony in the chat says hi.
I do.
Ah.
All right, you're breaking up. That's what we're saying.
It's not you.
It's
the
you.
entire internet.
It is you.
It is you. Yes, it is you.
Because everybody else seems fine.
Yeah. I did see you freeze briefly, but
Well, I'm doing some settings in the background and also streaming this live and stuff, but but
I
yeah.
have now written the name of my god on a card so I can put it in front of me so I will not forget it anymore.
Oh no. Tony has turned off his stuff, and I think that has completely changed all of the order of the video. So that'll be great. That's okay.
maybe when he comes back.
Hmm,
I can work.
You've got time to adjust because
Yeah, we don't know where he's going to appear. He could
probably
appear anywhere.
restarting something.
He could
Yes.
appear anywhere
I
at
think-
any time.
Do we really need a DM? I mean, we could run this.
Chaos.
Too bad I already outed myself as being really strict. Now you don't want me.
Well, no, I'm thinking that we just investigate the hand for the next
Talk
3
to the
hours.
hand.
I feel like my character would not be into that. Sorry.
Well, you can stay in the pub being judgy about the undead.
Sorry, everybody. I'd like to qualify this and say that my tweet that said we were going to be live playing D&D, I missed it by a word. We are live not playing D&D.
Ruin a D&D game.
Ruin
by
an
changing a word.
Yeah.
Yep. All the geometry is off.
Well,
Internet, what you going to do?
Geometry.
yeah,
how
he
does
has
it
a
work?
terrible setup.
Blow up Tony's internet is the answer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We all live with the internet we have, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Even more so.
I have to reorder.
Is it his
the
internet or is his
labels.
Wi-Fi? We could help him with Wi-Fi.
Well, you can
It's
help
I
him
internet.
think
with
it's the
Wi-Fi.
internet.
Well,
I
I
think
can-
he has very little control over his
Yeah.
apartment's
It's
actual
a
internet.
broadband problem, right? The broadband.
Which to some parrot-based internet.
Why did James moved too when that happened? That was weird.
I did nothing.
I disagree, sir.
There's a shuffle going on.
Oh, geometry. Now I
Wait,
see.
maybe it's whoever's in the top left is the DM. So James is the DM now. At least on my
Hurrah,
screen. Maybe it's
fun.
different for other people.
Oh, I love this rule. It's like Foursquare. Just whoever
Yes,
can hold down that.
That spot.
Yep.
Well, welcome to Giant Hand Adventures. This episode of TPK.
And then when
We are
Tony
gonna
Finally-
go
back in,
under that hand.
Tony,
Yeah.
then we'll have to play
Oh my
Samson.
God.
Put
Everybody
flame
moved.
in hand.
Everybody's characters moved.
Inventory. Uh-oh.
Well, what the audience can't see is we're all sitting on top of the giant hand currently
That's
on
true.
the map.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's like
I'd love to show that to everybody, but
But everything's broken.
it's a disaster. So.
It's a Tony.
Oh, and now Tony's back, and
He's back.
everything changed again. No,
No.
but
Oh,
it's
Tony
good
may
that
be
Tony might be back.
It is
Might be
Tony
back.
back.
Hello, nerd.
And now there's some pounding happening somewhere in an apartment near me, so that's lovely.
It's the Tony.
I like
Hello.
pounding.
Hello.
Mhm.
Hello
Sorry
again,
about that.
Tony. Welcome to
Every
D&D.
set.
We're hand exploration adventures.
Yes, we've just been running
Gosh,
this adventure.
Never mind. Sorry, my internet's breaking up. Going through a
Limited
tunnel.
liability company founded in Delaware.
Yeah,
I
we came
res-
up with a new rule. Whoever's in the top left square gets to be DM. So you're playing Samson now, and James
All right.
is in charge.
I have a robot. Hello, I am a Scottish gentleman.
Don't do the accent.
Wow, that's a really,
Hello,
really good.
hello.
Hello. I'm a Scottish gentleman.
You know,
Wow.
not all of my voices are as good as my Dan Moore impersonation. What can I say? Yes.
So we were talking. You mentioned the church, and I asked if it was the church we blew up, and you said it wasn't. And then
It was not Jason. To clarify, important distinction. First off, that adventure that where you went down underneath was in the town of Deep Fathom. Remember? You went far away from the town of White Sparrow to Deep Fathom, a mining town.
Oh, okay. All right.
The church you blew up / that fell in / you were present for property damage was the Church of the High Sun, which was a front for the Cathedral of the Black Sun. This is just the Temple of Light. Completely different.
It's totally different
Completely
and distinct.
Different.
And I regret
legally distinct.
Nothing.
Hey, Eric.
You know, as a bard, I think you've got your
racing class.
Oh, I didn't even say I was a human. I'm a human, but also a cleric.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. You know, as a bard, details don't matter when you're telling a story.
Hey, Tony, do you want to start this whole thing again?
We could do that. Do I reintroduce everybody again?
Yeah, because then I have a chance to not look like I forgot the name of my own god.
Yeah. Let's just we're gonna rebuild it.
Rearrange right after
Tony,
the announcement.
I wrote it down on a piece of paper that I could put in front of me so I won't forget.
Should I sound smarter or dumber? What do you want?
Your choice.
Start out smarter, but gradually get dumber throughout the episode.
That's been my strategy for my entire life.
That is the traditional way I do things, Monty. Welcome back to Total Party Kill, a highfalutin. No.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Hello.
We're playing
It's
Dungeons
me,
and Dragons.
the DM voice.
It's that.
I don't understand any of this.
All right. Well, we blew a half hour. That was great. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. We are starting off a new mini adventure today. We are playing the adventure The Gleam in the King's Eye from the fantastic collection of adventures aptly titled Fantastic Adventures, put out by the Sly Flourish website. It's a collection of 10 low-level short mini adventures, and they are lovely and well-organized and well-presented, and I enjoy them very much. This is the 5th one in that collection. They were all great, so we've just been kind of marching through them one by one. Allow me to introduce our players today. They will introduce their characters. We've got some all returning players, but some new characters in the mix. So first up, it's Jason Snell.
Hi, everybody. I am Cool Cat. There he is, a Tabaxi bard who I made as a joke and then played and wondered, why is this character so bad? And realized it's because he was a joke. So he's leveled up and has slightly less crappy weapons now and bought a magic weapon for kicks. And yeah, it's Cool Cat.
Cool Cat found a gun.
Oh, no. A joke that continues to punish us.
Yeah, he's a less of a joke in the game while remaining a joke.
Mm-hmm. Story of my life. Next up is James Thompson. Hi, James.
I play Samson Jotham, gnome artificer, who spent all of his gold from the previous 2 adventures on something special. He's now level 3 and hopefully will not die quite as much.
Also joining us, Monty Ashley.
Hello, I am playing Krong, a bugbear rogue, a nightmare monster who lives under beds and feels kind of bad about being evil, but it says we're evil and bad and monstrous in the rules, so I guess I'm evil.
Maybe you're a rebel.
Yeah, just following a book, I understand. Also joining us, Annette Weirster. Hi, Annette.
Hello, I am playing Chomasa, a dragonborn ranger who can breathe fire, and I have 2 swords. And the last time you saw me, I was poisoned, but I'm not poisoned anymore, and I did indeed roll to be unpoisoned with disadvantage, and I eventually was allowed to roll once a day. That's why I haven't been around for a while. I finally can play again. We're here.
So Krong and Samson and Chomasa and Cool Cat have gone on adventures before. They are joined by some new adventures, some new co-workers. Next up, you've seen him on Total Party Kill mini adventures before. He's back. It's Glenn Fleischman.
Hello. I am playing Karakon the Wise, the sorcerer who is a human, with some interesting raccoon-like tendencies, perhaps, like enjoying tin, washing, more washing, and looking at shiny things. Also, I tend to cast spells apparently erratically, and somehow in my first adventure in many decades, in the previous one, wound up with no money. None of us wound up with any money and he didn't acquire anything. So there you go. Here I am.
Well, probably you'll acquire some money today. Next up, it is a favorite of the Total Party Kill podcast, but a newcomer to the mini adventures. You may recognize her from her exploits in Dark Sun, in Dragonforge and Associates, or the Dog and Pony Show, recording some Tuesdays, sometimes on the internet.
Good plug.
It's Erica Ensign.
Hello, I'm very excited to join in these fun mini adventures, and I'm super excited about my new character. I am playing a human cleric named Reed Quarrel Kilgariff. You might not necessarily recognize that she's a human right away. She is about 6 feet 6 inches tall, and she wears this just giant black cloak that just hangs like over her. You can barely see her face, and she carries a great big halberd, only because a scythe was not an actual weapon that I could choose for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I'm a cleric of the death god Kelimvor. But Kelimvor is, and I will quote the Dungeons and Dragons website, Kelimvor is a just, fair, and comforting god of death. So just putting that out there.
Wow, Tony, this is the first time I've seen rules lawyering happen in the intros.
Just to check. Erica, well, thanks for being Erica. Second off, do you want to explain the Doctor Who references in your character's name now, or is that left as an exercise to the reader?
You know what? I'm interested to see how many of the listeners are able to figure it out. Maybe I'll explain it at the end of this adventure.
Okay. So our adventure today starts once again in the town of White Sparrow, a town known for its single tavern, its limited selection of shops, its spa, its laissez-faire approach to local governments, and I guess sometimes people mention the giant hand. Many of you have adventured before together. Some of you are new to the group or new to adventuring. But, White Sparrow is a place where people come in search of glory, fame, treasure, or at least just escape from boredom. And so it is not uncommon for adventurers to bump into each other and, unite for a quest and then part ways afterwards with a hearty handshake. So some of you have worked together in the past. Some of you are recently acquired, likely in the tavern. But you're associates, perhaps to have some bonds forged or strengthened in the immediate future. It's a nice the late afternoon here in White Sparrow. The weather is pleasant, and there's a kind of nice cool breeze whipping through town. And there's a bit of a crowd assembling at the really the only crossroads in White Sparrow, the intersection of the two main streets. A rarely seen village crier seems to be convening a crowd to make announcements. And for lack of anything better to do, you happen to pass by there and overhear with, varying levels of attention, depending on how much you care. The red-faced and somewhat rotund village crier calls out, "Hear ye, all who seek fortune in our land's great, prosperous town of White Sparrow. Our noble and esteemed lord, Merlin White Sparrow, calls for a tournament of combat among fine adventurers. The winner will receive a grand banquet in their honor, and fame, glory, and a token prize of wealth. On one side, we have the Brown Mead Adventuring Company, who will challenge them in combat for this fine prize. Parties must be 6, no smaller, no bigger."
That's hard.
Did
Part
you say Brown Meat Adventuring Company?
Brown Mead. Mead is in the beverage.
Oh, I thought this was a catering company for school cafeteria.
The Maillard
Thank
reaction.
Goodness,
Adventurers.
Stephen Lutz is not here. That's all I have to say.
I
Mead
genuinely thought that's what it was.
Honey wine colored. A golden yellow is preferable.
So it appears that there is some kind of grand tournament or competition being organized today. There's kind of some stands that have been set up on the outskirts of town. The keep to White Sparrow is not kind of in the town proper. There is a keep where the Lord of White Sparrow lives. On the illustration of White Sparrow, you can see the keep up in the kind of top right corner there. So it's a little bit outside of town, and they've constructed some wooden, stands for villagers to assemble and watch, and kind of a fairly large fighting pit has been set up, a short walk from the White Sparrow keep, and the villagers are kind of streaming up there in expectation of some kind of entertainment.
Or at least what passes for entertainment in White Sparrow.
This is how they get rid of all the extra adventurers in town.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Hey, I have a point of order, Master.
This is what we call the call to action, listeners.
I hate to ask this question, but have we already assembled into a team? I missed this part of the narrative.
I think you are at least a ragtag collection of people.
We're not trying to create a quorum. We have one.
Tony, as you no doubt know from all of your reading of Joseph Campbell, the step immediately after the call to action is hero refuses the call. So I would like to talk to this town crier.
Terrible. I don't think.
Okay, I'm just saying. I noted that the current reaction was no reaction.
Cool Cat takes one of his boomerangs from his boomerang pocket and chucks it. He's been trying for a while now to see if he can get the boomerang to go around one side of the hand and come back around the other side of the hand.
All right. Roll me some kind of boomerang check.
16.
Yeah, it finally comes all the way around and you catch it.
Hey guys, I got it.
Good catch it in your terrifying giant mascot
hands. I have nothing else to do in this town. That was it. That was all I could do. So bored.
Tony, I would like to talk to the town crier. Oh, yeah. I would like to loom up behind him.
Okay.
How tall are you?
Excuse me.
Did not see. Oh, I guess I don't have to yell. You're right here. Didn't see you there.
Could you elaborate, please?
About
the monetary aspect of the prize.
Well, I believe that Lord Marlin White Sparrow has. Well, there's two prizes really. There's dinner with Lord Marlin White Sparrow, a prize that you could truly not put any value on because it is invaluable.
I'll say, and how about the part that is valuable?
I believe that they are awarding a 20 gold pieces per surviving person to the victor of the contest of adventurers. 20 gold pieces.
I'm hungry.
A handsome prize.
20.
I lack any concept of monetary value, so I'm not.
20 is pretty good.
Decisions. All right.
I feel like, all right, hold on.
I'd love to beat Lord White Sparrow. He sounds really exciting. I hope he's more interesting than this town.
We haven't had any bonding experiences yet, folks. Let's we should do something incredibly violent, dangerous, and likely to not succeed. I think that's a great way to get started.
Well, that sounds like we should go to the pub.
Let me tell you. Let's give you a little bit of sense of money in Dungeons and Dragons. If you were, the way they approximate this is they call it lifestyle expenses. So the price per day for living in squalid conditions, 1 silver piece. Poor conditions, 2 silver pieces. Modest, 1 gold piece. I feel like that's probably your between adventures, you're waiting for your next payday kind of situation. Comfortable will cost you 2 gold pieces, wealthy 4 gold pieces, and aristocratic 10 gold pieces and up. So for 20 gold pieces, you could live a pretty nice, day or weekend, right? Let's just see.
So we're basically starting out this adventure with taxes and trade negotiations.
What could go wrong?
Look, people ask, what does 20 gold pieces mean? I am telling you what it means.
It means we don't have to work for the next 3 weeks if we want to just
I think the answer
town.
Is 20 gold pieces is probably equivalent to several $100s in America. That is several $1,000s Canadian.
And it's 8 pounds.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And in James, for you, let's say 1 really fancy Lego set. How's that?
14 groats.
I'm sold already.
Scottish currency exchange.
Let's fight for dinner and money.
Yeah.
Yay, for dinner.
Do it.
All right.
I want to take a bath at a fancy hotel, so let's do it.
There are no fancy hotels in White Sparrow, but you will have. Well, there is a spa, so you will have the funds to seek out a fancy hotel. Yeah.
Good gladiatorial games. We've moved on from episode 1 to episode 2.
Indeed. So I have loaded you to a new map where you are you parade into the kind of improvised coliseum that has been set up outside of the
I didn't know we were doing improv. That's
yes, this contest is one of
all right. Can somebody name something for me that is a fight? I'm hearing gladiatorial pits.
Arm wrestling.
Yeah.
A weapon.
All right. Do you see
any kind of
Dildo factory?
Scottish.
Thank you, Monty. Oh,
A Donnybrook.
Improv audience
Very
member.
nice.
Hullabaloo.
Content.
Do you see your characters at the bottom of this map?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you still move your characters?
This is just a trick to make us go into the arena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. The Brown Mead adventuring party is already waiting for you. They have kind of formed up into a line. The town crier reads the rules. This will be a grand fight between two adventuring parties. The Brown Mead. That's mead, not meat. I'm a crier. I enunciate very, very clearly. This is not a fight to the death. Lord Marlon White Sparrow merely wishes to see the true test of an adventure in combat, not death, here in the lovely town of White Sparrow. Once someone is unconscious, please, no further damage. It is customary that it is 6 versus 6. You line up across from your opponents here. And, of course, again, the prize is dinner with Lord Marlon White Sparrow and a nominal amount of money.
Samson is carrying an extremely conspicuous and heavy-looking bag over his shoulder.
What's in that bag? What's in that bag?
He has placed it at his feet just now.
All right. Why don't you line up kind of, you'll see that they are not all along the back wall. You all should line up, like in the middle of the arena, across from them. Dodgeball style.
Yeah, this is definitely how
Not
rogues
fighting
like
in
to
the
fight.
Doorway?
Out in the middle of the giant room.
Yeah. It's even to call this a room is this is a sparsely contained field, Monty. This is the worst kind of room. Let's see. Anything else that the crier needs to establish? All right. You guys are not really in a line per se, but that's okay. Do you wish to? You may wish to configure yourselves.
We were not given instructions.
Well, you kind of were. You may wish to configure yourself a relative to the adventurers, the opposing adventuring party. The town crier announces no Krong. Offsides.
It's just in the shadow. You can't even see him.
The leader of the Brown Mead adventuring party goes over to the crier and whispers some things, and the crier says, announcing the Brown Mead Adventuring Company, led by Rachel Hollowharp, also including Thom Underwing, the Toothless Twins, Lionel Grandrock, and Surin Wispospire. So looking across at these 6 adventurers, not to paint with a broad brush, but these adventurers look a little less disreputable than compared to you. I mean, maybe they were more like bandits at one point and now find themselves in the adventure. What is a bandit and what is an adventurer? I mean, isn't an adventure really just a bandit of goblins? Let's unpack this today.
I have a problem though. We don't have a fancy name. Should we have a fancy name?
You're about to be asked for one.
Yeah, exactly. Perhaps we should consult with each other.
Yes. So the group of 6 across from you, it has been introduced that Rachel Hollowharp is the leader. She looks like a relatively seasoned adventurer. She's armed with a tough looking sword and also has it looks like some kind of bag of spell components on her belt. Thom Underwing and Lionel Grandrock. I'm going to be honest, they kind of just look like thugs. The Toothless Twins are a pretty, they're a pair of dwarven twins. They're called Toothless because they seem to have lost all of their teeth before in battle. And honestly, they have that look that suggests that they probably have lost more fights than they've won. And at the end of the lineup is Surin Willowspire, who looks he looks like he's some kind of spellcaster. So that is your lineup. The town crier goes over, and well, Krong is there on the end of the line, so he says, "And you, sir, the name of your adventuring group, legally binding."
The 5
There's 6 of you.
assassins.
5 assassins and somebody who's not.
One of us isn't an assassin.
Okay.
But
Would I have
nobody
heard,
knows which.
Would I have heard that?
And their opponents, the 5 assassins. There's a murmur goes through. God, there's 6 of them. One of them must not be an assassin.
But which one?
What a mystery.
Logical.
And somehow the Crown Crier knows your names. Krong, Karakun, Samson, Jotham, and a strange bag. Reed, Quarrel, Cool Cats, and Chomasa. There's a kind of a quick countdown, and then a bell rings.
Wait. Do we have to have a captain too? Do we need a captain? This is getting chaotic.
I think Krong is our
was
captain.
the captain.
Krong,
Krong was the
okay.
captain by worthiness of being the closest to the town crier and your lack of organization.
Damn it.
That's what we call a battlefield promotion.
Look,
Krong.
it's a flat, sort of non-hierarchical structure here in the mini.
Yeah, we have a rotating executive power,
all in a line,
consensus-driven board.
Battle Plan Alpha.
All right, Battle Plan Alpha, people.
I can't count.
Oh no. To start off with, you should all roll initiative. It's that kind of fight.
I'm going to ask you to remind me how to do that.
It's a D20 plus your Dex modifier, which might be 1 or 2.
Get 22.
I got it. Oh, I'm sorry. What do we do? We tell you?
You should be able to open up the little initiative turn order thing and put it in.
Put it in. Oops. Nope, it keeps closing on me. Hold on.
Yeah, it closes
Yeah.
whenever anyone else enters their number. So when we all do it at once.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Is that
think
why
so.
I always have to try entering it like 3 times?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's great interactive design.
Yeah.
Super.
It's probably assuming the DM is going to do all the work.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I do a lot of work.
Imagine.
But all of it.
Oh gosh.
roll
All right.
this die.
Krong says, it looks like you have all put in your things. Does that look right?
Mhm.
All right. So let me just read through the order here. This will be the order of battle. This is going to be a little chaotic because I have a bunch of different opponents who are moving on different terms. So here is the battle. Samson Jotham, Cool Cat, the evil, not evil, but your opponent, Thom Underwing, followed by Karakun, followed by the magic user Surin Willowspire, then Chomasa, the thug Lionel Grandrock, Krong, leader of the Brown Mead Adventuring Company, Rachel Hollowharp, the Toothless Twins, and then Spooky Cleric Reed Quarrel bringing up the rear. So, Samson Jotham, you have rolled highest. You are the first to react as soon as the bell rings.
I think before combat starts, of course, Samson has just reached down into the bag, and there's a sort of chime of an unearthly bell that rings out from the bag. And
the people are like, "Is that the bell to start?" No, that's the other. It's a different.
It's
bell.
a completely different bell. It's 2 different tones. I know they're quite similar.
Semitone higher.
Ding, ding.
And from the bag, like no animal you've ever seen, a sort of mix of light and dark metallic skin, glowing eyes, but a friendly smile.
So, like a raccoon. Is that what you're saying?
No.
A raccoon? Wait, what?
No, this is the proper pandas. Except nobody knows what a panda is here. Anyway.
Yeah, Rachel Hollowharp looks at the town crier. It's like robots, and the town crier just shrugs.
It's like this is a mechanical. Not mechanical. This is a magical construct. I spent all the money on this, so yes, I have a little companion called Pascal who can bite people. He is a steel defender, which is one of the perks of being a level 3 artificer.
All right. So you have deployed Pascal. Is that your action, or does Pascal get to do something?
Pascal goes after me according to the rules, and I can use a bonus action to communicate with Pascal to say what to do. So I go first.
All right.
And I think to demonstrate that I have new skills, I will use a firebolt across the cavern at Toothless Twin number 1, I would say.
Right.
And I roll an 18 plus 5. 23.
All right. That firebolt catches the Toothless Twin right in the chest.
And does a grand total of 7 damage.
All right. He is charred and staggering.
I then, Pascal runs over to him and bites with a force-empowered rend, which is a melee attack. Which, let's see, I rolled a 19 plus 4, which is also a 23.
Strong rolls. Roll damage.
And D8 plus 2 force damage, which is 7.
Okay. The first of the Toothless Twin taps out before the fight has even really started. I'm out, he says. And hopefully Pascal lets his leg go. He kind of crawls helplessly to the side of the arena.
I think we said that we want to kill anyone. There was no mention of legs, whether to remain attached.
Oh.
Still alive.
All right. Samson, is that you and Pascal?
Yep, that's us.
All right. Cool Cat.
Cool Cat is going to use his crossbow and attempt to hit Lionel Grandrock, who's right across from him.
All right. Somewhat fearsome looking thug, Lionel Grandrock.
And that's a 21 to hit.
Oh, right in the shoulder.
Lionel is going to take 7 damage.
He just stares at you with kind of beady eyes.
And Cool Cat steps back.
Okay. The arena is only so big, and there may be, you don't know what the punishment is for being knocked out of the ring. You haven't read all the rules. All right. Thom Underwing is first, and he is the first of the Brown Mead adventuring party to get to go. Let me just remind myself what Thom can do.
Make mead. Mead hurling.
But possibly
Mead
not very
boiling.
good mead because it's brown.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Thom's looking. He's got his crossbow. He's got a giant mace. He's thinking about what he can do. He's thinking about how far he is lined up across from Karakan. Karakan is 25 feet away. Thom charges forward toward the somewhat diminutive sorcerer in the Five Assassins Adventuring Company and swings at you, Karakan, with his mace. 7 versus AC.
And what do I do?
Well, you would tell me if your AC is 7 or less. I suspect it's not.
I don't know what AC is.
Armor class.
Thank you. Sorry.
It's usually at the top in the middle.
Top in the middle.
In a little shield.
There it is. 11. My armor class 11. Sorry about that.
All right. So you duck out of the way. He winds up and swings again because Thom is a heavy hitter who gets to attack multiple times per turn. This time, 13, which hits your armor class of 11. And he hits you. There's kind of maybe a mild crunching noise, Karakan, as he gets you in the side. 5 bludgeoning damage as he's punishing the little sorcerer.
Oof.
How many hit points do you have total, Karakan?
13.
Is what you have left or what you started
that's right.
with?
That's what I started with 13. So I'm going to mark that I took 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have like 8?
I have 8. That would be the math. Yes.
That's not a lot. It is your turn. A rather intimidating thug looms over you with his mace, which may impede some of the things you could do. but I'm interested to see what you do now.
I'm a big fan of Witch Bolt, which
Mhm.
can cast a fair amount of damage. It's a crackling blue energy that lances out. And
now, remind me / Glenn. Does Glenn want to cast Witch Bolt right here, or does he want to back up first?
I don't think it matters with it. It says it's within 30 feet. Is that right? So it doesn't count. It's no more value. Well, I don't know. Do I have to roll to see a backlash or something or something? Or no?
If it's a ranged spell attack that you have to roll to hit with, you would want to be 5 feet farther away.
Do I have to do that? I can do that as part of my turn, though, right? I can walk backwards.
You can. But if you do that, he will attack you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so if I move back, he attacks before I cast the Witch Bolt?
Yes.
Correct.
Interesting.
Because it's hard. You're trying to cast. You want to be throwing Witch Bolts at people across a battlefield. You would not plan for a thug to run up to you and hit you with a mace.
That makes a lot of sense.
So your choices, Karakan, are probably, and other adventurers, feel free to weigh in here. Yes. You can either back up, which means you might get hit with a mace again, or and to be able to get a good shot with the Witch Bolt, or try and do Witch Bolt at disadvantage from close range.
Unless you have something that's a melee attack, if you have a weapon or a spell that's
or attack somebody else, presumably.
I got crossbow. I've got a light crossbow. I've got a dagger. I don't have a lot of stuff in that variety.
You could try to stab him.
I could try to stab him. He's I don't know. He's pretty.
He's big beefy guy.
Big. I think spells might be my best approach. In terms of defense.
Do you have any spells that are touch based?
I've got Bane, but it doesn't cast. They have to cast a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, and that just hurts
not very...
them.
Oh, that's a really good spell. If you cast Bane on them, then one of us will have a much easier time destroying them for you.
If they fail their saving throws.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but if we assume they make all their saving throws, we might as well just lie down and die now.
Guys, let me tell you, I got a lot of faith in the Brown Meat Adventuring Company. They just have, I mean, it's not that their stats are great. They just seem like winners. And you guys seem, well, like not. I mean, there's not a word for it, but not winners.
I think Witch Bolt at a disadvantage might be. I don't have a lot of options. I got poison spray.
Let me
go for it.
Do it.
Right.
Go for it.
Okay, so how do I roll at disadvantage?
In the face.
It's a 1d12 lightning damage.
No, you'd have to roll to hit first. So you'd have to roll a d20, but you'd have to roll a d20 twice and take the lower roll.
What Erica said.
Okay, so I roll a d20 twice?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got a 15 and a 13.
All right, those are both good rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would add something to them. I'm going to tell you that they're going to hit. So.
Okay, so then
you Witch Bolt him right in the chest.
Excellent.
Nice.
And then I roll d12 for damage. How much I inflict or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it a d12 plus something or just a d12?
It just says d12 on the information sheet here.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty good. Good old d12.
2.
All right. Glancing Witch Bolt blow hits him for 2 damage.
That's okay.
It's a start.
I mean, it looked really cool.
Yeah.
It still looks cool, right? Because there's like something. The Witch Bolt keeps witch bolting.
It's also it says on each of the turns for the duration, I can use the action to deal a 1d12 lightning damage automatically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's
But I don't know how do I handle that.
You just wait till your next turn and
and just say he's witch bolted. All right. So Surin Willowspire is kind of scampers forward, kind of takes cover behind this pillar in the middle of the fight pit, and looks around at the people in the adventuring company, and well, she sets her eyes on Chomasa, and she casts a sacred flame on Chomasa. So let me just remind myself how sacred flame works. Drip. So, Chomasa, make a dexterity saving throw.
12. Nope, 13.
All right. You dodge out of the way as a bolt of radiant energy hits the side of the fight pit next to your head. All right. So that was Surin Willowspire. Chomasa, you are next.
Yeah, I wasn't going to throw fire at that Surin, but maybe now I will with my fire breath. So I'm going to line up.
If
This
you
is-
move forward, you can possibly take out a number of people with your fire breath.
It's 15 feet.
It's a we've legislated cones before in TPK UK.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone.
So if you
I
just
bet you
get up
could
in her
catch
face-
Surin and Grand Rock. in
Okay,
it.
well, I'm going to get right here then. That would be 15 feet, right?
All right.
And then they both
You run
have
up to Surin, who is kind of like scampering behind this pillar here, and suddenly you scamper around the other side of the pillar, startled to see you there.
and I let loose with my fire breath, and they have to do a dexterity saving throw and at least 11.
All right, Surin goes first. Surin gets an 18. Surin hits the deck as your fire bursts over Surin. Let's see. Grand Rock is behind. Grand Rock is like, why Surin on the ground? Grand Rock gets the last of the fire. Does Surin take damage even on a success?
Yeah, they get half damage on success.
All right.
I rolled 10.
So roll damage. All right, Surin is badly burned. Her cape is on fire.
Yeah.
Lionel Grand Rock just takes 10 damage to the face.
Woo!
Lionel Grand.
That was fun.
Lionel Grand Rock has now been hit with fire
Might be an
and a
assassin.
crossbow bolt from Cool Cat. Not looking
Whoa.
great. You all set, Chomasa?
That is my turn. Yes.
All right. Well, Lionel Grand Rock kind of brushes off the fire and rushes up to Chomasa, wielding a mace and looking pissed. He does not appreciate being set on fire. He sees Chomasa there. He's going to make some melee attacks. Chomasa 14 versus armor class and 15 versus armor class.
Those will both hit. Oof.
Oh, you take 2 hits, so that's 10 total bludgeoning damage as he just wallops a mace.
Ugh. That hurts.
Are you still up?
Oh, I'm still up.
Okay.
We're giving the public some entertainment here.
Krong is next.
I would like to move, and I will make my lumbering way up to there. And now I would like to try to use a cunning action to hide. Now,
It's going to be
This is-
challenging in the arena.
I agree.
I can see a shadow.
I'm suggesting that Tom, what's his name here, is facing south, and everybody else might lose me in the shadow.
Okay.
Are you buying that? Do I get to roll?
Yeah, you get
It's
to roll.
definitely a shadow.
Okay.
You definitely, Monty, you always get to try.
Well, I rolled a 1, so my total is 8.
Yeah, I think that probably no one is convinced.
All right.
It's hard. You're a large bugbear.
Fine. Well, Karakon looks like he could use some help with this guy.
Please.
So I will take out my rapier and stab him.
Yay.
Mm.
Go Krong.
You're stabbing Karakun. Very good. Curry favor
No.
with the Brown Native Entry
Hey,
Company.
boo.
Tom, what's his name? I have rolled a 9 to hit.
Is it a 9 plus anything?
No, it was 4 plus 5. I
Oh,
don't have advantage because I am not hidden.
So somehow, whether he saw you there or just to be light on his feet, Thumb jumps out of the way of your first rapier cut.
All right. Well, that's my turn then.
Thanks for trying.
Okay.
I'm a level 2 rogue. How many attacks do you imagine I have?
Great to see ya.
All right.
Appreciate the support.
At least I'm hidden from Rachel Hollowharp.
Rachel Hollowharp is next. What will Rachel do?
Why is her harp hollow? Anyway, it seems like it would make a bad resonance sound.
Well, solid harps, you can't get to the strings.
Well, I was thinking the frame.
Rachel Hollowharp is going to come. She runs over here. She sees that Krong and Karakun are beating up on her good friend Thumb Underwing. So she is going to try and deal with Krong. She rushes over and she wallops Krong, or attempts to wallop Krong with a mace. 14, Krong.
That is my armor class.
And higher. You're going to take 10 bludgeoning damage as she catches you with 2 hearty mace hits.
Oh, golly. Okay, I will take that 10 out of my total 15 damage.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Wow.
All right. You are in bad shape.
Thanks.
The Toothless
Thanks.
Twins are next.
One
Unfortunately, I
always.
guess Toothless. Yeah. What is the singular of twin?
Twin.
It's twin.
Okay. Okay.
You take
Twit.
the S off.
Twin. How would that even work? The Toothless Twin attacks the strange robot beast in front of it. Sansom
They used to be the
Totham.
toothless septuplets.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of
Tragic.
attrition.
Tragic tale.
No, actually, just some of them got fake teeth.
Roll a 19 to hit the robot
is
panda.
Going to hit the robot panda. And make
Does the
everyone
robot
unhappy.
panda have hit points?
It does indeed.
All right. Well, it took 4 slashing damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
All right. It is time for the Spooky Cleric, the newest character to join
Spooky.
Total Party Kill Mini Adventures, to show us what is in the Spooky Cleric handbook.
All
That's
right.
you, Erica.
So, Reed Quarrel, I'm just going to stand there calmly and let's see. So we've got Lionel and Surin over there who have already been injured.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good at medicine. Can I tell which of them is worse off? Do I need to roll for that?
Surin is very badly burned and is a magic user, whereas Lionel is a pretty hardy looking thug, so he's damaged. So yeah, I would say Surin does not look good.
Okay. Then I am going to. You'll see, like, out from the black cloak, my hand comes out and it's holding a holy symbol that is in the shape of a skeletal hand reaching up to hold scales, like scales of justice, and it glows briefly as I point with my other hand at Surin Willow Spire and say, "Today is your day," and then I roll to hit as a spectral. Let's see, what does it look like?
It's a battle to unconsciousness.
Yes.
Battle to unconsciousness, not battle to death.
Maybe I heard that. Maybe I didn't. I'm very tall. Sound doesn't always carry all the way up here.
That's how sound works.
The cloud
So
cloak is covering ears.
I have a question about this spell. I am casting Chill Touch, which is supposed to create a ghostly skeletal hand. But since I find undead such an abomination, can we say that that Reed Quarrel's hand is just a regular hand that still looks kind of spectral looking?
Done.
Okay. All right. So kind of a spooky, ghostly looking hand appears in the square where Surin Willowspire is and just reaches out and gently touches her on the shoulder and probably doesn't do much of anything because I rolled an 8.
Doesn't. Touch is attack versus they have something.
It. Oh, actually, let's see. It's an action. You present your holy symbol, censure the undead, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Chill Touch.
Censure the undead.
It's just a spell attack against the creature.
It's a
to
formal
assail it.
motion.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Has to
So-
be seconded.
All right. So an 8. I'm sorry. What did you say? An 8 or a 9 does not
It was an
hit
8,
Surin
yep.
Willowspire. Okay.
And then I kind of shrug a little bit. And then as a bonus action, I turn and let's see. Again, very good at medicine. Which of my companions is the worst off?
They could just tell you. Carrick and
I have
Kron,
8
you're both in
left.
bad shape, right?
Yeah, us
I
over
got-
here on this
Oh,
side.
Chomasa.
I've got 8 hit points left out of my
I have 8.
13.
I have
So
5.
So it's Krong.
Oh,
Okay.
wrong.
All right. Then I turn to my left and I point at Krong and I say, "Not today." And Krong gets back as I use a healing word. Five hit points. So I've doubled your hit points.
All hail whichever god it was you said.
Well played, Kronk.
Kellenborg, be praised.
Indeed.
All right, Reed, big turn. Anything else?
I'm just going to lean against this pillar.
All right.
And you'll look cool too. Amazing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sam's Jotham, you are still kind of back hanging out by a pillar with Reed Coral. You know, Cool Cat lurks in the distance. Your robot panda is in melee with the remaining toothless twin.
Well, I feel, given that they're twins, I should use exactly the same attacks on both of them. Because that should work. It's science. So I am going to use my Firebolt cantrip again. And I roll 13 plus 5 and 18.
Wow, you're on a roll. So your Firebolt catches the toothless twin in the chest for...
let's see, 1d10. Where's my d10 gone? There we go. That is 5.
All right. You seem surprised by numbers.
I thought there was a plus somewhere, but it ran away.
All right. The toothless twin is badly burned, staggering on his feet, looking a little bit confused about where that firebolt is coming from. He's still staring at the robot panda next to him.
Well, with good reason, because the robot panda is just going to launch for his throat.
Oh, God. Vicious.
So that is it's +4 to hit. So 13 plus 5, 18. That's 18 again. See, all the twin stuff works. I told you it's science.
Roll crushing neck damage.
Crushing neck damage of 1d8 plus 2 force damage. I don't think that's force damage in the Jedi sense, really.
No.
Just that would be 7 plus 2. 9.
Ugh. All right. The toothless twin says no, and kind of crawls for the edge of the arena. The announcer is like, another toothless twin is out. It is now 4-6 for the 5 assassins and one other character, but they look like they've taken a beating from the Brown Mead Adventuring Company. It's anyone's fight. Cool Cat.
All right, Cool Cat is a team player. Everybody, team player. Cool Cat runs up behind
vent you could climb into.
Cool Cat runs up behind Chomasa, and gives her a healing word.
Oh, nice.
So you get 8 hit points back
with a healing word. Wow.
Thank you.
Zoom.
Or is that cure wounds? Because you can do healing word at a distance.
Sorry, that was cure wounds.
Okay.
That was cure wounds. So 8 hit points for cure wounds for Chomasa. I then turn back over my shoulder toward Karakon and give him a healing word. Feel better.
Thank
Are
you.
we saying you can cast 2 spells in a turn?
Healing word's a bonus action.
Yeah, healing word's bonus.
Can I cast 2 spells on a turn, even though one of them's a bonus action?
You can if one of them's a bonus action, and if the other spell is a cantrip.
Oh, it's not a cantrip; it's a first level spell. See, Erica sucks as a DM.
She's the top DM.
She's read the rules.
She's just trying to curry favor with Tony now.
I know this because
it works. Erica gains gains inspiration.
All right. Well, if Cool Cat knew that he couldn't do that, then he's not going to do that.
All right. What will Cool Cat do instead?
Cool Cat is going to be less of a team player.
Oh, that's right. I'll be fine over here in the corner.
But we'll cast a healing word on Chomasa. So Chomasa gets 4 hit points back. That's my bonus action.
Yeah. The only reason that I know that is because I looked it up right before my turn because I needed to see what I could do on my own turn. Otherwise, I would not have known that.
I am going
on a strict. I can't learn how everyone's character works.
I'm going to supply bardic inspiration to Karakon. So
Maybe
Karakon
knocked out by Thawne right after this.
Maybe he's less likely to do that if he has inspiration.
My soul is lightened for a moment as I think of home far away.
Yeah.
Well, Bardic Inspiration goes to Karakon, and then since I can't cast another spell, I'm going to fire a crossbow bolt at Lionel again.
So you did 2 bonus actions there? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then you fire a crossbow bolt at Lionel
12.
Grandrock. 12 hits him. Lionel Grandrock is a big, beefy guy, and he is not very light on his feet.
My crossbow bolt does 12 damage.
Whoa.
What he lacks in beefiness, or in light on his feetness, he makes up in beefiness. He is badly wounded, but not unconscious. He pulls the crossbow bolt out of his arm. Saren is like, "You're not supposed to do that." And there's just blood running down his arm. And he looks at Cool Cat.
And let's see.
Lionel is like, "I'm totally going to bully that cat."
I have done a lot here, and so I'm just going to be done now.
That was a lot.
All right.
Thanks for the inspiration.
Not as much as I could have done, Erica.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah,
Erica.
Rules.
Finally, we're playing real Dungeons and Dragons, not fake make up the rules Dungeons and Dragons. All right. Thom Underwing is next. He is
Here
the unfortunate
comes.
middle of a Krong and Karakan sandwich. But Karakan does not look well off. He's hoping that he can dismantle one half of the sandwich here. He lines up and swings Karakan. It's only a 9, which is not going to hit.
Yay.
He has multi-attack. He swings again, and that is 17 to hit.
Oh!
5 blood damage as he breaks more of your raccoon-like ribs.
Oh no. I'm down now to I can't roll any defense, right? This is just it.
Nope.
Okay, I'm down to 3.
Nope.
And I'm going to be Erica this time. Doesn't he have to make a concentration check to keep the witch bolt going?
Probably.
Do I? It says it's automatic.
Does Witch Bolt require
It's a concentration spell.
It says
Duration concentration up to 1 minute.
Oh.
So if he gets hit, he has to save against losing concentration?
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is why spellcasters stay in the back. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll 20 for that?
That's why they usually don't go to the front and get the heck beaten out of them by a thug.
Okay, I got a 9. Uh-oh.
That seems not good.
Do I add something to that? No.
It's a concentration. It's a Constitution saving throw.
So you whatever your Constitution modifier is, if you have one.
I have +1, so I got 10.
Oh,
I think you're good then, right?
yeah,
And I think you make it.
so.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep thinking about that.
So you
witch
can
bolt.
zap
The
it next
DC
turn.
Here's how it works. Whenever you take damage, when you are concentrating on a spell, that's happening right now, you make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. So he's beating on you with a mace, Glenn, and you're like, but I'm still witch bolting you. The DC of the saving throw equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. So 10 is higher than half of the 5 damage you've taken. So you are continuing to witch bolt him as he beats the heck out of you with the mace.
Okay.
If you take damage from multiple sources, such as an arrow and a dragon's breath, you make separate saving throws for each source of damage.
Great to know.
All right. Yeah, I like
Don't worry, I'm
that.
gonna-
Such as a dragon shooting arrows at you.
And so because he didn't go down and because he passed his concentration check, that means that on the next turn, Karakon can just choose to deal 1d12 of damage to our friend, right?
Indeed. And in fact, that next turn is now.
Yay.
Now, Glenn, I believe in Witch Bolt, that is not even an action. That just happens, right?
It happens, correct.
It is.
It says-
I think you take an action to deal the damage.
Do I? It says it's target. It says. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can use your action to deal. I'm sorry. Yes, to deal 1d12 automatically. So
You may wish to do that because that all your other
That is
things
my-
have
That's a
chance
free
Best thing.
hit.
Okay, I'm doing that now. I'm rolling 12, and I got a 9.
Yes.
All right.
And I add
Well
something to
played.
that? No.
Nope,
it's
I
just
think
nine.
it's
It's
just
just
a-
9 damage, right?
Yeah. Thumb Under looks displeased about this as the witch bolt just kind of continues to burn in his gut. All right. Karakon, that was your action. So I think
I have a bonus, but I'm not going to do it, right? Because my bonus is a melee attack within 5 feet. But if I do any other action, I disrupt the Witch Bolt, and I think Witch Bolt is my best continuing behavior, right?
I think you can do
Well,
that
if you use your action to do anything else, that's true.
Oh, this is an attack, right?
So it's a bonus.
You can't attack with a bonus action.
Oh, well then.
Usually,
bonus action is a specific class of things.
I'm confused. It's listed under bonus actions as long tooth shifting strike, melee attack. So that's not a thing I can do, even though it's listed under bonus actions.
What is it called?
Long tooth shifting strike. A melee attack is the category, but it appears under my bonus actions in my sheet.
I don't know.
Sheet is all wise.
Are you a shifter?
He's a shifter.
I am a shifter.
Oh, so when you said human question mark, you lied to us.
Well, I'm long tooth sorcerer, so maybe that includes that.
Yes, it does. Long tooth is so you have some animalistic.
Yes, so human question mark. Yes, human-ish.
I think you can do that.
Okay.
Monty, what do you think?
Sounds like
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to disrupt the Witch Bolts, but I keep the Witch
No,
Bolt.
I think it's a special thing of being this weird long tooth thing, so you can take a swipe at him.
So
so what does your long tooth shifting strike do?
It's +2 hits, 1d6 damage.
All right. So it doesn't have a very high chance of hitting, but rolls a hit.
Right. So I roll 20 twice? No,
yep.
Once.
Just once.
Just one. Okay, so a 2. So probably nothing happens.
So you kind of, you scratch at him with your little claws, but you don't get any you don't draw any blood. All right.
I made an effort. That's the point here.
You did. You tried. That's it. Important thing.
Okay.
On the other side of the battlefield, Surin Willowspire is face to face with Chomasa. Is really not liking this situation. Surin Willowspire is going to cast Cure Wounds on herself. She regains 1d8 plus. Ooh, that's good. Surin Willowspire looks much healthier than she did before. All right. Oops. Got it. All right, Chomasa, you are next. There is now a relatively healed-looking spellcaster next to you and a very wounded thug next to you.
I am going to use I have 2 swords. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm going to use 1 sword attack and go for Lionel. I'm going to hit Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
That's a spirit.
Maybe not. 6.
We are not rolling super great today.
So I'm going to use my other sword and also 5.
Any better?
I aimlessly do nothing. I might as well be poisoned.
All right.
Lionel
does not look like that, Chomasa. He's like, and he's gonna come in swinging with a mace. First hit is 15 versus AC, and second hit is 14 versus AC.
Well, those both hit.
Oh, each one does 5 bludgeoning damage. Are you still up?
I'm still up. I have 18 hit points. And
All
I still have
right.
12. I'm down to 2.
It's because of Cool Cat.
Oh.
Thank you, Cool Cat.
Krong, you are back on the other side of the battlefield, flanked by 2 of the Brown Mead Adventuring Company. What will you do?
I will start by casually moving to this square, sort of on the other side of the pillar from Ms. Hollowharp. I would like to hide. My argument here is everybody's looking away, and there's a pillar between me and Hollowharp.
You're not disengaged from Hollowharp, though, right?
That's correct.
Okay. You can try.
I tried. I rolled a 15.
I'm going to roll something to see if she has a chance of seeing you. I'm going to say that she loses sight of you in the shadow of the pillar.
Am I hidden?
You are hidden.
Uh-oh.
Excellent.
mean,
I would now like to attack Thom, what's his name over here?
Thom Underwing.
All right. I have advantage on this attack, so I will hit. I'm going to go with the natural 20.
Yeah.
That is a excellent choice, sir. All right. So, Krong, you duck into the shadow of the pillar. Rachel Hollowharp loses sight of you for a moment, and then Krong darts back out and just jams your rapier into the back of Thom Underwing, who thought Rachel had this whole situation under control.
Doubling the dice, including my sneak attack, I'm dealing 23 points of damage.
And would you like to describe how you incapacitate poor Thom Underwing?
Sure. My rapier streaks towards the nape of his neck, right there where the skull hits the spine. And then just as the point is about to pierce, I let the point skip up so it scratches along the top of his head, and I hit him with the pommel of the rapier right in the back of the head, knocking him out.
Nice.
Oh, my skull spine! He says as he knocks.
My spine. Oh my god, that's great. Thank you, Krong.
Right.
You're now my favorite person.
So,
Yeah,
Krong, just to
somebody
check,
impressed me.
Krong, you are not hidden anymore because of your attack, right? Okay.
That's right.
All right. Well, Rachel Hollowharp is next. She does not like this. 3 of her company has gone down. Krong just did a devastating blow. So she sees you there, and she's thinking about what to do. That's code for Tony's thinking about what to do. Let's see. Well, the thing that you did do by taking out the person in the way is that you did clear space for Rachel Hollowharp. Rachel has been using a mace, but she goes for the bag of components on her belt, and she holds her hands up with her thumbs touching and her fingers spread, and a sheet of flames shoots forth from her outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cube. 15-foot cone.
Uh-oh.
That's Krong and Karakan. Make a
Uh-oh.
dexterity saving throw. You're going to take some fire damage either way.
And Karakan, you have Bardic Inspiration, which means that you can roll an extra d6 on your saving throw if you feel you need to.
I only have 3 hit points. So I probably should.
Well, only if you roll badly, then you can add the 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I roll a d20?
Yes.
Okay. So I got 18.
Oh.
All right. You don't need to do it then
I don't
because
need
you succeed. So both of you succeed. You're only going to take half the damage. I rolled 9 damage. So the downside is you're going to take 4 each. So Karakan may be out no matter what, right?
I am out. I have 3 hit points left. So
Karakan, you hit the ground as your cape catches on fire, and you signal the town crier that you're out.
tag.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Krong, how are you?
Fine. How you doing?
All right. Karakan, you limp over to the side of the arena. Thumb Underwing is already there, nursing a bruise to the back of his head. He offers you some orange slices.
Good fight, dude. Good fight.
Yeah. He's like, you're not so bad. All right. That was Rachel Hollowharp. The Toothless Twins are next, except they're also already out. They're over in the penalty box. Penalty box is where you get sent when you get killed by a robot panda. Reed Quarrel, you are next. The announcer is going wild. The crowd doesn't seem to care so much, but the announcer is like, only 3 are left in the Brown Meat Adventuring Company. These 5 assassins and 1 other are doing good work. Will they gain Lord Marlon Willowspire's favor? And then it's your turn.
Okay. I will stand up from the pillar, straighten myself to my full 6'6", and
Also, I said Willowspire instead of. Oh, that's none of the animals. Lord Marlon, White Sparrow's favor. Perfect, seamless.
So I will straighten up. Once again, I will. This time, I'm going to point at Lionel over there. Clearly, Kellenvor has some other stuff going on for Surin. So
yep, blood is dripping into Lionel's eyes.
Yes, and I will say, today is your day. And once again, a ghostly hand appears, lightly touches him on the shoulder for 17. Will that hit?
Yes.
Okay. And the damage is 6. And if that's going to take him down, I will, once again, very good medicine. I will like have the hand move back before, like, you know, when he hits 0, so I don't actually kill him.
All right. Lionel's like, I'm out. And he heads over to the sideline, reaches for one of those little paper cups of water.
And then I will turn toward whichever of my compatriots is the lowest.
I have 2 points.
And all right, so Chomasa, and I will say to you, not today. And you get 4 hit points back.
All right.
Then I lean again.
Sansom Jotham. Yeah, you've spent the whole fight leaning on a pillar. It's very cool.
Both Sansom and Reed are just like sort of leaning up against this pillar, and we don't need to move. So a cantrip, I can just use cantrips as much as I like.
That's how they work.
Yeah. Because this firebolt cantrip is really nice.
Yeah.
It seems like it. Is this something you got at this new level?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember back in the old days when you used to throw abakai at things all day.
Yeah. I've moved on. And I'm using, like, while this seems like a spell, it's actually through this magical device that I'm holding that's sort of gun shaped. But anyway, let's not dwell on that.
Hey, Cool Cat, what do you think of this?
I think that Samson was also a sort of a joke character who's gotten more efficient now.
I might have read the book.
I'm Cool Cat, and I think guns are great.
Cool Cat is one of the 5 assassins, by the way. That's canon.
I don't think Samson is a bully.
Canon. So, all right, Samson.
So, of the 2, Chumasa's in more peril, I would say. So I will attempt to. I won't use the word shoot. I will attempt to firebolt Surin.
Okay.
So I roll 12 plus a 5, a 17.
All right, your gun, your space gun, that I didn't allow you to have at level 2, that somehow you have now given yourself as an instrument of your spells, shoots a firebolt across the battlefield, catching Surin in the side. Or
does 1d10 damage, and if I could find a d10, does 3 damage.
All right, Surin winces and wishes that her friend Lionel Grandrock was here to get hit instead.
And then Pascal runs behind Surin and launches for their rear, teeth apart, for another force-empowered rend.
Oh, God.
Just sounds nasty.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
pandas,
man.
Pascal. Pandas.
Yeah.
Vicious beasts.
They run a lot faster than you'd think.
I did not think they'd run at all.
There's one behind you right now, Tony.
So that is 15.
Yeah. Roll damage.
You know who hasn't been rolling badly is the guy with the dice app.
And the thing is, I'm not even using my own app. I'm using physical dice.
Gasp.
He's just, you know, you're in good with the gods of the dice because of design.
I made a tribute to them over the last 10 months.
There you go.
I rolled a 9 damage.
All right, Surin Willowspire is like, all right, I'm out. Takes a seat on the bench next to Lionel Grandrock.
That old 1-2 fire panda attack.
Yeah.
Every time.
Only the leader of the Brown Mead adventuring party remains, one Rachel Hollowharp thug and apparent magic user. She has set people on fire. She has claimed the only casualty on your team so far. She grimaces and looks at the 5 of you and Robot Panda that are looming at her and readies herself for her last stand. Sorry, Cool Cat, you are next.
Cool Cat turns his big mascot eyes toward her and points with his big mascot finger, and she has to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
I really thought my 6.5 foot tall, black cloaked goth cleric would be the scariest looking thing in this campaign, but I totally had forgotten
Cool Cat.
about Cool Cat.
Mhm.
Yep.
Rachel
Nightmare
rolls.
monster.
Yeah, Rachel rolls an 18 on wisdom.
All right, so she is going to take half damage as she hears the dissonant whisper.
Oh.
Whisper.
You should never have come here. You should never have fought the 5 assassins. I'm one of the assassins.
How much damage?
11.
But half of 11?
No. 22 damage. Halved to 11.
Okay, that's a lot of damage. All right. Karakin, you're on the side. Or Cool Cat, you all set?
Cool Cat is fine.
Karakin, you're on the sideline, nursing your flaming cloak. Chomaza, you are next. You're pretty hurt, but you are no longer encumbered by members of the Brown Mead Adventuring Company trying to hurt you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay back and use my longbow. And how does 7 do?
You need to switch dice over there.
I think so.
Clatters across the side of the arena.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
with a last moment, Cool Cat threw some bardic inspiration at Krong. By the way, he's like, "You got this, Krong."
Thank you. I do got this. I feel very inspired.
All right, Chomasa, do you have any other attacks?
Do you get 2 attacks with arrows, or is it just with swords?
Usually it's with the swords. I'm not sure.
That makes sense.
Yep.
I'm not sure. Is that true? I don't know. Do you know?
Well, it's a longbow, so that's a 2-handed weapon, so you can't.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have it because it's a 2-handed attack, right? So it's like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So 2 daggers would do it, but not.
I am all set.
All right, Krong. It's gonna be hard to hide when you're here, but you can try.
I am going to try because the pillar is directly between me and Ms. Hollowharp.
All right.
I rolled a 9.
I'm going to say that she is able to follow you, and she sees you there lurking behind the pillar.
Okay. Well, then it'll be exciting for her when I leap directly at her face with my rapier pointed directly at her left eye.
All right.
Whoa.
My good eye, she says.
And I have rolled a 14.
You can inspiration if you want to.
You don't need it. She's
I don't need
off
it.
rounds, and you catch her.
All right. Then I will look up my damage really quick. It is D8 plus 3.
My skull spine.
Yeah. It's the worst place to get hit.
10 points of damage.
All right. She is not doing great. Krong, you all done?
Yeah, I guess I non-lethally stab her in the eye.
Yeah, just it's
Wait
like a
not
big
to die.
You guys all switched out your weapons for Nerf right before we started, right? Maybe?
Medics are very good in this.
Just in the
These
square.
dissonant whispers are
obviously.
My
nerfed.
nerfed chill touch
White
hand.
pert.
Yeah.
The white
All
pert.
right, it is a Rachel Hollowharp's turn. She is not long for this fight. She looks around. She sees Krong there. She's going to do a multi-attack on Krong. Maybe she can take out this horrible monster.
Completely unmotivated.
All right, this is great. She rolled a 20 and a natural 20. So, Krong, you take 5 bludgeoning damage.
I am at 1.
And then you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, that almost killed me outright.
Nah, she gets you in the skull spine.
Yeah,
Did she?
Krong, you are like sent into a spin as you get knocked to the dirt. She tries to look as intimidating as possible to the remaining 4 of you. Reed, Quarrel.
All right. I look a little extra perturbed after seeing that happen because Krong I thought was the most impressive fighter on the field, and so I once again bring out my holy symbol and point at her with my other hand and say, "Today is your day," and This time, a ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out.
Non-lethal greenish energy.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a 20.
It's more of a teal energy.
That's pretty good.
All right. And is 5, 6, 7.
All right, she is staggering on her feet.
Okay,
She's
she
still
is
there.
Also poisoned,
Oh,
I think.
just to get to roll a
It's
Constitution.
2d8. It's 2d8 poison damage, which she takes,
Mhm.
but she can now make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if she is.
She's very poisoned.
All right. So she's poisoned until the end of my next turn.
All right. Poison means she's probably staggering around, not very good at her weapons. Samson Jotham, one good hit will take her down. What can you do?
Ask Annette what poison means.
Yes.
Oh.
It's very hard.
Poison expert Annette.
I think Samson, while sort of leaning against the pillar, one hand behind the back, just raises up this totem and firebolt against the good hollow harp.
Roll it.
Let's see. I roll not great. 10.
Somehow she takes cover. She ducks behind the pillar. Your firebolt scorches the pillar. She looks at you jeeringly, completely oblivious to the robot panda that's probably running around behind her.
Yes. This was merely a distraction.
Mm.
And while she was not looking, there was a panda.
Isn't it always the way?
Skittering
Yes.
across the floor.
Yeah. Nobody pays attention to the pandas.
Mm.
And a set of gleaming silver teeth. are bared.
Rounded silver teeth, right?
Oh yes, I forgot. I switched out the teeth
Yeah,
for the
they're-
rounded,
like
yes, the play
Non-lethal
teeth.
teeth. Yeah.
yeah.
And goes for a leg, I think.
Ugh.
So,
My good leg.
13 plus.
That is a good leg.
Where is my 13 plus 4, so 17.
Ugh, you get her. How much damage?
That is 1d8 plus 2 of almost biting your leg off damage.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
She hits the ground howling at the robot panda.
Am I wrong, or
mauling
did the
her leg.
robot panda just kill half of them?
Yes.
Yes.
I think yes.
I know, yeah.
I think Samson Jotham gets to claim those on his board. The announcer cries out, because he's a crier, it's what he does. And so the 5 Assassins Adventuring Company is victorious. The crowd seems mildly entertained. And so you have survived the battle of the Tournament of Champions. Even
Some
those
of
of you
us.
who were knocked out are nursing your wounds. There is the ceremonial lining up and handshakes between opposing teams, and the an official comes over to give you your rewards. What will await the victors of this Tournament of Champions? Will they get to meet Lord Marlin, White Sparrow? I wonder what they're serving for dinner. For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time for Total Party Kill Mini Adventure, The Gleam in the King's Eye. The end. Do-do-do.
For yeah, but we're gonna play more live stream.
We're going to play more
Don't-
live stream / bootleg, but we are going to take a break as
Hi,
we
Mom.
do. Hi,
Yes.
Erica's
Yes,
mom.
Mom.
5-minute break. We'll be back. Get yourself a refreshment. We will.
5.
Yeah,
You need
At
more,
least 5.
Glenn? Glenn, we're not going to start until you come back. Take as long as you like.
yeah. Take as long as you want.
Oh boy.
3 weeks later.
But,
Oh, no.
but we're going to restart the live stream in maybe 5 minutes. Who knows? Maybe
I'll be
not.
back before that.
So
Everybody, if you were wondering if we would all be here when you got back and Glenn would still be gone, you were right.
Money well spent.
When you say 5-minute break and Glenn goes 5 minutes, it's like, okay, well, do what you need to do.
Yeah. You may have important business things to do.
But the rest of us are here. Kate is in the chat room and hopefully has gotten something to eat. It's nice to see Kate. Kate only sees us when we're on the weekends in the daytime because she's in the UK. And that's how we get James to be.
Hi, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is luxurious. TPK UK was at 9 a.m. Pacific all those times. This is an 11 a.m. start for me. It was super nice.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't be here if it was that early.
That was hard because I'm also setting up and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Ugh.
It was a price we paid to be friends with people in the UK.
Yeah, and it was fun. That worked. That whole season was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Not like this
As a
season.
listener, it
with
was
new
really
players.
fun.
That's right. And Erica got to listen to it.
Yeah, I didn't edit it or anything, so it was like I was listening to TPK that was completely new to me as I heard it.
Yes,
It
you
was
could listen
delightful.
to James get upset by rats.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's my favorite Lego, I think, pose of the whole thing is when the rats are eating you.
Yes.
There's blood.
Well, I feel since it was me, I could add all the blood and make it look particularly gory.
Yes. I'm on the bridge of the Enterprise now. It's
Yep.
old school.
You sure are.
Glenn's not back yet, so
It's all good.
I've switched over to my grape float dice, which probably you can't see because it's not going to focus, but
Oh, are those ice cream dice?
they are. They're some of the ones that I bought. Like I think I ordered these from the website. I did not get these. I still have not actually gotten my Kickstarter dice yet. He was supposed to drop them off in Annette's mailbox.
Oh, right,
and then I
because
was going to get
he's
them from
local,
Annette.
so he isn't
Yeah.
mailing them out. This is my. I got the
You could poke 'em.
butterscotch
I know.
whatever ones. They're nice.
I also have the mint chocolate crit, which are in a. Oh, they're too green.
You only see the chip part.
Fantastic.
Suddenly, it's a 1970s Doctor Who episode.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I have a question for Tony. Tony, did you just assume that my character name was a Doctor Who reference, or did you recognize in some way, weirdly?
Aren't all your characters Doctor Who references?
That's
Not
right.
100% of them, just most.
95+%.
I don't know what the
Erica
reference
Ensign,
is.
excuse me. Aren't you Erica Ensign?
Erica,
Mhm.
could we just say anything and demand that you come up with a Doctor Who connection?
You probably could. I don't know that I would be able to do it,
Yeah.
but I would be able to, like, within 5 minutes, find somebody.
Well, I say
to do that
Steven
for me.
alone, you've got it pretty much covered between the two of you. So
Yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah.
I will tell you.
like
which
that
which
game.
character in the Rebos operation, sorry,
it's
to use
Rebos.
British pronunciation, the Rebos, yes.
it's not a Rebos operation
Shocking.
reference. No, I decided on the look of the cleric looking like a death person first, and then I said I was going to be like 6'6", and Steven was like, you should name it your character Michelle Kilgariff, because Michael Kilgariff played the cyber controller and like I think a couple other like very very tall characters because he was 6'5" or something like that. 6'6".
You know the
And-
height of every Doctor Who actor.
Well,
Oh, it's
they're really
Every
tall
single
ones.
one.
Every
Oh
single
no.
one.
Mhm.
So
And-
Tony, do me a favor. Turn off your audio and video for a minute and then turn it back on so you go back down to the bottom because otherwise I'm going to have to reformat everybody.
Oh, that's where he's at the bottom for me. Oh, and your thing.
That's it. Now you're down there.
Perfect.
There he
Yay.
is.
And then
Glad
Reed
to help.
Quarrel came from because in possibly the greatest Doctor Who episode ever, Heaven Sent, has a big cloaked character chasing the Doctor around for the entire hour. And it's called the Veil. And that creature was played by Jamie Reed Quarrel.
Ah,
So there you go. Reed Quarrel and Kilgariff.
Erica, can you identify stunt people from the way they move, regardless of what monster suit they're wearing?
I'm not really great at that because I haven't watched a whole lot of the early 70s Doctor Who, which is when Action by Havoc was a big thing. So you get your Terry Walsh and your Stuart Fell, which is the greatest name of a stuntman ever.
Oh no.
Yeah, but so I cannot necessarily recognize them, but I think Steven's pretty good at that
Yeah.
because they do their stunt falls and stuff.
Cool.
Specifically.
all right. I think we're all back.
I object to Glenn's background.
Yes.
Is
Kinda
it
want
wait a little
fried chicken
anachronistic?
now, though.
No, I just don't, we're not getting paid by those guys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's right at the top of the
Not
hour.
paint. There we go.
Perfect.
All right. We ready to do this? We're live.
That's will ever be. Yes.
All right.
Still recording.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill, continuing the mini adventure, The Gleam in the King's Eye. Our heroes have just won, well, 4/6 of them, the Tournament of Champions, and are about to collect their reward. Let us meet our players, and they will introduce our characters. First up, a recent addition to the mini Fantastic Adventures. It's Erica Ensign.
Hi, I am playing a very tall, very creepy looking human cleric to the god Kellumbor named Reed Quarrel Kilgareth.
Next up, it's Monty Ashley.
Hello, I am playing Krong, the bugbear rogue. He is a nightmare monster.
Everybody's favorite Glenn, it's Glenn Fleischman.
Well, if I were only my own favorite Glenn, that would be best. But I am playing Karakon, a sorcerer who likes shiny things like little pieces of tin, casts spells somewhat randomly, and likes to wash things.
It wouldn't be Dungeons & Dragons without at least one dragon. It's a Netwearstra.
Hello, I am playing Chomasa, a dragonborn ranger who likes to wear a cape and is very beautiful in red and shoots fire.
Our favorite software engineer of calculators and dice by calculator applications, it's James Thompson.
I play Samson Jotham, a gnome artificer, who won a battle without moving and has spent a long time cleaning blood off a robot panda.
The key is delegation. And last but not least, it's Jason Snell.
Hi, I am playing Cool Cat. That's with a K and an apostrophe, and is totally legally distinct. He is a Tabaxi bard who likes to sing and likes to rock and roll and doesn't like bullies.
All right. So the Tournament of Champions has just wrapped up. You have exchanged handshakes with the Brown Meat Adventuring Company, who congratulate you on your victory. Maybe they're not such bad guys after all. The Chamberlain of White Sparrow, he is a dignitary who's kind of the representative of Lord Marlin White Sparrow, approaches you, and he's congratulates you on your victory. Well done, well done. Lord Marlin was very entertained. The purse is a prize of 20 gold pieces to all those who remain conscious at the end of the fight. He hands you a stack of money. I guess I'll hand that to Krong. Krong is apparently the de facto leader of your group.
Thank you. I went unconscious, though, so this had better go to the guy with the panda. And I handed off to Samson.
And so you do. And he says, and of course, your lodgings for tonight at the inn will be covered by the White Sparrow family. It's our honor, and a formal dinner to be held tomorrow after you've had a long rest at the White Sparrow Keep.
Well, I take
That
all the gold
sounds lovely.
pieces, and there's a small slot in the top of the panda, and I just start feeding the gold pieces in.
I
one
walk
by
over
one
and say,
into-
I would like my 12 or my 20 gold pieces.
Yes.
I can't count
Okay.
very well.
Yeah, me
I
too.
This is
I
basically
turn the panda upside down and shake it until all the money comes back out again.
I didn't know
And
how
then
much
I-
money I was supposed to start with, so I don't think I started with any. So now I have some.
I am Brinley Ottershot, Chamberlain of White Sparrow. I will see you at 6 sharp tomorrow.
Great.
Any
That sounds
All right,
delightful.
Grimly
awesome.
Ottershot.
Brinley
I look
Ottershot,
forward to it.
loyal servant of the White Sparrow family.
Does that mean your ancestors shot otters or were shot by otters?
Where do names really come from?
They
know-
come from what your ancestors did.
I knew
Oh.
some badger coots. I knew some badger coots in the next city. Are you related to them?
I don't think I am. I'll be going now. And he heads off across the arena.
I don't know
So,
what it is. We tend to drive
Typical
people away.
Ottershot behavior.
So you have some money that you can fight over. You have a night to recuperate. And then you've been asked to assemble at the White Sparrow Keep tomorrow for, I don't know, some level of formal dinner.
Were we revived to any great degree? Do we have like 1 hit point? What's up with that?
You have 1 hit point.
but then we're going to take a long rest.
And we have a long rest.
And you're going to take a long rest tonight.
Yeah.
The dinner is specifically for tomorrow, not tonight, because I'm a kind and generous dungeon master. Not like Erica. Erica would have made the adventure start tonight.
Maybe.
Yep.
I would like to head
say
to
yes.
the inn. New companions. Shall we sup?
Yeah, but everybody else has got to do the fighting. I got 1 hit point. Like,
You will be, if you get a full night's
Carry
sleep,
me.
Glenn, you'll be
No,
fully
I mean,
restored.
Tonight, I just want to go to the inn and have
Yeah.
some dinner and then
I'm
get
just
some rest.
worried about the.
It's possible
All
to
right.
go to an inn without getting in a fight.
Is it?
Mm.
Right, that's not my
I've heard
experience.
stories, very boring stories.
It's always
Yeah,
somebody
I've
starts
never-
playing on the harpsichord really fast, and then there's a fight. I don't know.
And
what
then they stop
happens.
playing the harpsichord when somebody walks in. I know.
I've never been. in
And
a
so
fight.
you head to the Ever Shady Tavern, the only tavern in White Sparrow called the Ever Shady Tavern because it is in the shadow of a large giant hand that we don't talk about too much.
Did
We try
not
not to
notice
dwell on
that
it.
hand.
Giant
Um,
hand.
I don't remember. a
Giant
hand.
hand.
Don't remember
Look,
a
just
hand.
don't focus on its 6 fingers or its cyclopean paw. Anyway, there is adjoining the tavern, but owned and operated by the same person, is the Summer Spring Inn, where there's underground hot springs. Perhaps you'll go there, since your bill is being covered, and you pretty badly. Some of you took some wounds and recuperate there, and spend a nice evening in the tavern on somebody else's bill.
I can do some bandaging and just basic
Yeah.
medicine. I don't have any more spells left, but I can make sure everybody's
Sure.
as fixed up as they can be. For
Oh
the
yeah,
evening.
and I can actually do healing word on people, so they're not going to be. I've got spell slots left, and we're going to take a long rest, so everybody's okay.
I bought some candy floss with me. I brought some with me, and I'm going to put it in the spa, and then I'm going to eat it while it's floating. It'll be. Oh wait, where'd it go? Damn it!
That is not sanitary.
Is there anything
was
else you would
going
like
to
to accomplish with your downtime between now and the dinner at 6:00 tomorrow?
I'm going to use my Tinker's tools to just do a little repairing on.
Yep,
on the
Panda
old
maintenance,
Panda.
got it.
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
Yeah,
You got to oil them.
I want to ask him. I'm new here. What is that creature or thing?
It is. Have you heard of technology?
I'm not familiar with that god.
Well, it's a god, you might say, of a sort that we worship, and it provides much bounteous gifts, such as this not gun that I have.
How does technology feel about the undead?
I think it feels that it can get rid of them fairly effectively.
Well, I approve. I pat the panda on the head.
The panda reacts in an appreciative manner and flips on its tummy, sort of exposing.
I jump back a little bit. What just happened?
It's just it wants you to touch it. That's all.
All right, I rub its tummy.
This creature reminds me of some of my family, but I can't exactly put my finger on it. No, he just wants me to put my finger on it.
Yeah, but not there.
I am curious about who, Lord White Sparrow is, his background, if we know anything about him or could learn a little bit more about him before we meet him, what his family history is and his story, and any other ways to prepare for a meeting with this guy. I mean, I'm looking forward to the dinner, but what else?
Yeah,
Sure.
Maybe there's some poster up in the pub that explains.
Is there some
the
way that you would
history.
like to learn about Lord Marlon White
You know,
Sparrow?
Well,
I found this
chatting with
book
the
in
locals.
Well, there's a book in the gift shop called "All You Need to Know About Lord White Sparrow."
But we're afraid.
Did you
to
pick
ask.
that up before we got here?
There were
That's
tourist
helpful.
brochures in the
There's
last
like a-
game.
It's like a little display
Were
of many books.
Yeah, explain
so-
that hand because you didn't want us talking about it.
I say a lot of things, Monty. It's hard for me to keep track of them. So, Cool Cat, why don't you give me some kind of charisma-based check for chatting with the locals about Lord Marlon White Sparrow?
What kind would you like?
I don't know. You can just do straight up charisma if you'd like.
All right. Alas, that is only an 8.
So you chat with some of the folks in the tavern, and the general sense is that Marlon White Sparrow, he's youngish. He's mid-30s as far as that's youngest as far as lords go. there's not many left in the White Sparrow family at this point. He's unmarried and doesn't have any heirs. He is the 14th in the White Sparrow line, and he's generally well regarded among the people of White Sparrow. He's pretty hands off as far as a lord goes. That seems to line up with what so far, having been in and around White Sparrow for a little while, and not really you've certainly never directly encountered him, but don't even encounter many of his kind of his servants or his staff. So he's pretty laissez-faire as far as the ruling of White Sparrow goes.
Got it.
Would anyone else like to investigate things related to Lord Marlin White Sparrow?
Nope.
All right.
Not
I
me.
would like to buy drinks for the brown mead kids.
Okay.
They're still in town.
Oh yeah, they're there. They're like you guys. They're kind of sitting in a puddle of their own blood in the tavern.
Me too, but
Yeah.
you guys fought well. Here are some drinks.
Wow, I thought you were a terrifying monster, but you're pretty cool.
Yes. Think that. It is correct. Please enjoy your libation.
They toast.
I will send over another drink on the panda, like just sort of walking over with the drink balanced very carefully on its back.
Okay. So it's like, people are in good spirits. They've been mildly entertained. No caravans have been attacked today. This is a good day in White Sparrow as far as things go. Yeah.
Can't imagine anything's going to go wrong, man.
Nope.
I've
Anything else you'd like to do?
I have
What's
plus
with
3
the
charisma.
hand?
Should I got plus 3 charisma. Should I roll to chat people up or?
Sure, go for it.
All right. What do I roll? A d20.
Yep, and then add
All
3.
All right. I got 13 plus 3 is 16.
What kind of things do you want to chat with them about?
Oh, shiny things. No, I want to ask them about anything we should be worried about in local politics, so we don't offend anybody. We don't want to get involved in religious disputes.
Oh no,
land dispute, property dispute, taxation.
Lord Marlin. Well, he is the Lord, so make sure you show him the respect he is entitled to. In fact, he's a little the White Sparrows. I don't think Marlin so much, but they used to be more important. Now they're just a local lord, so they're a little touchy about formality and being respectful of that. But he's I think you'll have an easy time. He likes adventurers. He just loves to hear your stories, and he wants to know adventurers. He trying to live vicariously through you.
How does he feel about the undead? We got somebody who's a little sensitive about it. As far as
I think
bunch of zombies up there. Or?
I don't think so.
Right,
no one has asked that question before. I suspect, like most of us, he is generally anti-undead. He says the farmer that you're questioning at the bar somewhat nervously, suddenly checking everyone in the room for any signs of undead. He looks very suspiciously at Krong. No, he's fine.
All undead are evil.
Yeah,
If he's
Every single one. Just
If he's
like
anti-
the bugbears.
Anti-undead, is there a double negative in there somewhere that we should be concerned about?
Anti-undead.
But no. I'm sure you'll have a good time. I hear the food is great up there. To die for. No, it's just good. It's good. Quality. Good portions.
Thank you, good yeoman.
All right. Well, I think
Cool.
we should fast forward to the next day.
Well, first, Cool
feeling-
Cat is going to play something on his bagpipes.
Oh, I feel my hit points dropping again.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought we were just gonna skip right over that.
That's a 16 performance.
All right. The Brown Meat Adventuring Company is particularly impressed with you.
Okay.
Let me just check because it is potentially important for later. You were given 60 gold pieces for your performance in the Tournament of Champions. How have those been split? Who is carrying those?
I took my 20.
Okay.
I took my 20 and gave half of them to Glenn.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Take care.
fed them all.
Shouldn't have been.
I fed
80?
them all into the top of a panda.
Oh, I'm sorry. 80, right? 20 times 4 or 3? How many of you?
Two of us were on.
Okay,
That's
so
what
80.
I thought.
Just
80. Yeah. Okay. So Karakin has been given some half of
Chomasas.
Thank you, Chomasa. I'm sitting
Chomasas.
here counting
You're
them and putting them in
welcome.
my hands, looking at them, counting them.
Krong, you have none. Everyone else is accounted for.
I give 5 to Krong.
Okay.
Thank you.
I shall
Very
do the
kind.
same.
And
I
Krong,
use
you're still doing pretty well off from the whole Dwarven Vault adventure.
Oh yeah, I have hundreds of gold from last time.
Yeah.
But I used
Well,
that 5
it was
gold.
more like 45, but yeah.
I got
Mhm.
nothing.
I used that 5 gold to pay off to buy the drinks.
That the 5 gold goes a long way. You're buying drinks for the whole tavern for hours. Yeah, they love you. You are the favorite nightmare creature ever. All right, and so it's a grand old time at the Ever Shady Tavern. You're resting, you're relaxing. Bagpipes are being played. The people are drinking heavily, and everyone loves you. And so we head to the next day. Everything you've accomplished in life has been forgotten. It's a new day in White Sparrow. You are still the victors of the Tournament of Champions, but people seem to care a lot less. You have a couple hours to kill before dinner at the White Sparrow Keep. Is there anything else you wish to do? Otherwise, you'll just waste away the hours as you are wont to do.
Did anybody notice this giant hand in town? For some reason, my arm!
What
Yes.
hand?
No.
I think Krong loves being by the Shadow Tavern because he can always just hide, and we don't even know he's there.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that was very impressive. I've never met a bugbear before, but it was very impressive watching you in battle. It was even more impressive when I couldn't see you in battle.
Thank you. My race has learned to hide from the torches and pitchforks of an angry world
Mm.
who are angry at us because we eat children.
Sometimes it's just a child's time to die.
I personally have not,
God.
but it is my understanding that my race is all evil, so it's only a matter of time before I give in to my bestial impulses and just devour children left and right.
Something to look
Well-
forward to then.
If you're listening to Total Party Kid with your family, that's on you.
We warned you.
But
Do
no
we really
children
get-
in this party, so we're
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you for not screaming and running away at the sight
Yeah.
of me.
It's fine. There's lots of child death right now.
Some-
go to bed, Glenn's kids. I mean, seriously, before a monster eats you.
Yes, go to bed. Don't worry about what's underneath
They
it.
sleep on lofts for just this reason.
Oh, that's nice.
No,
that's a
that's
little
like
extra space.
Yeah,
We
that just means
appreciate
bigger
that.
monsters. Yeah.
Futons
More
are awful. It's so hard to
room-
get under theirs.
Room for more monsters.
Yeah, you
Or a
just-
sleeping bag. It's just a nightmare.
yeah,
No
you
pun
just
intended.
a loft. You could just stack monsters in there like cordwood. It's like they can get like 10 or 12 bugbears under that. All right, and so it is time
This inn
to
is nice.
head.
Did you guys know you can order food and have it cooked? This is way better.
And so it is nearing 6 o'clock. It is time to head to White Sparrow Keep and make your dinner appointment with Lord White Sparrow. Let's see. Do I have anything exciting I want to say?
Put on my formal robes, of course.
Oh, excellent. Does anyone else have nice things to wear?
They're slightly less dirty than my regular robes.
I
That's
washed
I
my
just have
robe.
my usual black cloak, which I think is impressive all the time.
Is
I
it
will take the-
reversible?
I will take the hood. Yeah, it's reversible. It's also on the inside.
Mm.
It's black.
Mm. Black and black.
Yep. I will take the hood down, and you can see that I have very, very long, very, very, very dark hair and pale skin.
Mm-hmm.
Cool cat.
I'm wearing my spiked armor of gleaming, so I don't actually need to clean it or do anything, and it looks very fancy.
All right.
Cool Cat only owns T-shirts that say "Cool Cat" on them. It's part of his merch for his performances, and so he puts on a clean one of those.
Oh, do you have any extras of those?
No, God. in size.
Not in your
bugbear.
size.
Yeah.
That's always the case.
Then I'm just wearing my usual, I guess, tattered trousers.
Actually, I think I have a double X here. Why don't you try this on?
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
All right, so now two of us
I
are
know.
wearing Cool Cat shirts.
I'm not as big as I look. A lot of this is.
It's
matted,
kind of got like a
greasy
crop
hair.
top look on Krong, though. It's,
Yes, I'm wearing a crop top Cool
It's
Cat
slimming.
t-shirt
It's slimming because it pushes down the fur.
and
Athletic
tattered
seems
leather
smaller.
trousers.
People are going to be asking you all day now, though. So are you Cool Cat? So
It's a stunt
all
double.
right. Oh gosh. A switchback cobblestone road leads up to the courtyard of White Sparrow Keep. White Sparrow Keep is a 3-story keep which stands majestically atop a rocky hill overlooking the town of White Sparrow. There's a large still pool of water in the center of the keep's main courtyard. Granite statue of a sparrow sitting atop a rock in the pool's center. And there's dozens of birds sit on perches around the pools as drinking from the pool and splashing about. Seems like a nice afternoon/early evening. The keep, as I said, is a good 3 stories tall with square turrets in the front and a pitched roof in the back. The keep appears pretty ancient, aside from the Temple of Light, which was here before the town. And, the Magic Hand is not a structure per se, but those are unbelievably ancient structures. This is clearly one of the oldest human constructed buildings here in White Sparrow by quite some time. And, it's not a castle, it's a keep. But
well,
it's,
if humans built it, it
respectable.
must be important.
Indeed. It's a very human-centric adventure. All right. So, the Chamberlain of White Sparrow Keep, I said his name before. Monty made fun of it. It
Dingleberry
was
Otterslot.
Brinley Ottershot.
That guy.
I was interested in his background.
Monty, I was being mean to you because that's what you deserve.
Fair enough. Carry on.
You questioned the DM.
So, Brinley Ottershot is the Chamberlain, so he's kind of the head of the staff, and he welcomes you in and gives you kind of a dreary tour through the main hallway of the White Sparrow Keep, pointing out several dreary portraits of various white sparrows that Lord Marlin is descended from, and takes you into a large banquet hall where there is a very long table and a relatively small number of you. It is because the dinner is you, Lord Marlin White Sparrow, his nephew, Pennon White Sparrow, and then a few staff coming and going, serving you food. There is plenty of food. It's chicken, and Lord Marlin White Sparrow is very enthusiastic to meet the adventurers he saw fighting yesterday. It's so good to have adventures here in the keep because, I'm practically an adventurer myself, and I'm thrilled to meet you. It was great to see you fighting. Even you two that got knocked out, I could tell how fierce you were, and you were the victor. So it's my honor to have you here and to toast you here in White Sparrow Keep.
I raise a glass.
Yes. It is an honor
cheers
for us to be invited here into your fabulous home.
You have a very nice town.
Oh, thank you. It is, I can't take credit for it. It was my ancestors who started all of this, and I just try and carry on their good work. I am the 14th White Sparrow. I'm sure I will not be the last. And, we have a grand and proud history. Originally, the White Sparrows, they were true royalty. I mean, they were kings, lords, true lords. I mean, I'm just kind of a local lord now. But in the good old days, you know what it's like. You're adventurers. You go into the untamed wilderness, places where no man is the ruler, and you tame that wilderness and fight beasts. Or monsters. Not bugbears is what I'm saying. Goblins probably.
I fought bugbears. It's fine.
Okay. But please tell me some stories of your adventures.
Well, I was part of the group that got rid of those night terrors. I can't remember what they're called now for a previous adventure.
Nightblades.
Nightblades. They came back and they were harrowing the village. And, my team, we went in there. We got covered in mud. We lit things on fire.
Mud. That's so great.
We took care of your problem. I'm not even sure anyone told you about it because it was just kind of a little ways away.
Oh, I got a briefing from the Sheriff Ruth, and
she's great.
And the four of us went down in the dwarven vault and stopped the marauding monsters from coming into town.
Oh, fantastic!
Quarrel. I think we'd all like to hear about the many adventures you've had.
Well, I don't think of them so much as adventures. I just like to cast out the abominations scourge of undead wherever I found them.
Ooh, you must have cast out some amazing abominations in your time, I bet.
Well, mostly skeletons. I have to say, I have friends in the clergy who have fought really, really tough things like liches. But I am fairly new to adventuring. I'm mostly traveling the country and looking for undead to re-kill and visiting graveyards. I really appreciate seeing how a town lays their dead to rest.
I wish you had been with us when we were down in the mine, because it was all full of undead down in the mine. But we killed them all, and then blew up their whole like Black Sun cult building. So
is it just me, or are there a lot of dancing skeletons these days? Because I feel like everywhere I go, I don't know how they learn the dance moves. They have no brains. They're undead, but they're always dancing.
And everywhere you go, you hear that spooky vibraphone.
Tony, is this a clip show?
Finally, an adventure I don't have to run.
Bad news, editor.
You remember when?
Yeah.
No, this is a draft.
Marlon is like, oh, so great and interesting. So much death and undeath. This is fascinating. You see, I'm curious about this myself because, underneath the keep there are tombs of the various white sparrows that came before me, and they say there's some important treasures under there, and I'm one of these days I'm thinking I'll go and explore them. But we'll save that talk for another day. Tell me more of your grand adventures.
No. I would love to hear about these tombs. Are they stone? Are there statues on top of them of your relation?
Well, they're vaults where the White Sparrow family has been entombed in the catacombs beneath this keep. They're all sealed up.
So, hypothetical question: if any of your ancestors,
my favorite kind of question,
if any of your ancestors happened to be undead, if we encountered them, how would you feel about that?
Shh, that's a terrible insult. Watch out.
Well, I did say I like hypothetical questions. I can't say I like that question. I guess it's confused. I mean, I like immediate relative, like if it was like my father or an uncle, I guess that would be complicated. I mean, if it was someone I had known in life.
If
it was like,
they are no longer your father or your friend.
Oh, you're right.
You.
So they are tormented, and it would be better to help them pass on.
Yes.
And if they were from a previous generation, well, I mean, I didn't know them, so I mean,
we just hypothetically wanted to clear up that little matter.
Oh yeah, and you? How do you feel about the undead? Is this okay to talk about at dinner? I don't know. What is it? This adventure talk is a bit rough.
I have a -1 to charisma. I don't care what's right for dinner.
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly appropriate. I have
the
a
Chamberlain,
+3.
All we talk about.
The Chamberlain drops a tray full of dishes,
especially while eating on-bone chicken. I think it's great to talk about the undead.
I must apologize for my table manners. I think there are chicken parts all over me.
I have terrible table manners as well.
Can I get some raw eggs? I tend to prefer raw eggs instead of cooked ones.
Ottershot, some raw eggs for my friend. Brindley Ottershot sends out a servant with a nice little silver bowl full of 4 eggs, uncooked eggs.
Thank you so much.
With a live chicken on top.
Yeah.
Her name is
Cool Cat eats an entire fish and just pulls the skeleton out.
Very impressive, says Marlon White Sparrow. Oh, you adventurers! Each of you lives a life I can only dream of.
Later on, he'll be doing a concert on the fence outside your house.
Wow.
Heathcliff joke.
Yes.
A selection of old boots for that purpose.
Yes.
Samson takes a bunch of the sort of refuse from the table, opens up a hatch in the top of the panda, and starts feeding the refuse in.
How fascinating! And where did you acquire this strange construct?
Oh, I built them myself. I sent off for the plans, and I had to order parts from many a far land, but put it together, followed the instructions. Seems to be functioning perfectly.
Amazing! You're a brilliant engineer. And so the dinner passes. It's a grand old time. Lord White Sparrow just hangs on every story you have to tell and your interchanges among each other, and he is just loving it all. He is fascinated with you. There's multiple courses that come out that the Brindley Ottershot is arranging and bringing out for you. There's dessert and there's wine and there's a grand old time, and the evening is winding down. Lord Marlin is looking like it's probably getting time for his bedtime.
Did you say you wanted us to do something, and were you going to pay us for it?
I should probably be. I mean, I had this idea that, there are these tombs beneath the White Sparrow, and I've always wondered what is down there. They say the first Lord of White Sparrow, he would have been my great grandfather, Lavendius White Sparrow. He was a true king in his days, and they say his crown is down there somewhere. Being a lord is great, but it's no king. You know what I mean?
So
yes.
If we
legally, those things are very distinct, and I don't know how things work here in White Sparrow.
Do you get promoted just because we find a crown?
That's what
I do.
Well, all right.
I would count it an honor to.
Does anybody who has that crown become a king? That's a hypothetical question. You should love it.
Really, in order to be a rightful ruler of White Sparrow, you would need to be a White Sparrow. Pennon, you should go to sleep. Brindley, please take Pennon, my nephew, off to sleep. He's so quiet and tired. Brindley gives you out, rolls his eyes as he escorts the 13-year-old nephew off to sleep.
I liked him.
Yes, he was so chatty.
Really got to know him.
Can't get an earshot in.
I loved his accent.
And that story he told, so fascinating. But getting back to the point, are you going to pay us for this?
Oh, well, it's probably not a good idea to do this tonight. I have been drinking a little bit. Perhaps we should do this another time, but I'm sure we could make some kind of arrangement. Brindley's not going to be a fan of this. Maybe we should do this now while he's busy.
Why?
Oh, he is so boring. He's always telling me what to do and what is proper.
He's protecting you from dangerous. Things. Yeah.
Protecting me, protecting the White Sparrow name.
Keeping you from wasting the treasury on... Anyway,
yes.
Go on.
Let's to the basement.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Hey, to the basement.
No.
Lord Meyer. Well, hold on a second. He opens the front door and kind of shouts over his shoulder, "Great seeing you all. Goodbye. I'm off to go to sleep myself. I don't need to be checked in by any chamberlain." And he closes the door noisily. Says,
I like this
guy.
This
way.
Step.
My kind of lord.
Say bye.
He leads you back through the kitchen and down some stairs into a storage area. He says, "I haven't been down here much myself. Brindley says it's not proper. But this is the basement. And, I believe that there is a sub-basement around here somewhere. And down off of the sub-basement are all of the sealed ancient lost tombs of the White Sparrow family."
Are they technically lost if you know where they are?
Well, I don't know where they are, and I don't know how to get to them.
Okay.
I just know they're in this general area.
I see. I beg your pardon, my lord.
And we should come to an arrangement, of course. The thing I am most interested in is the crown, the White Sparrow crown that will make me king. And I think we could arrange that other things found along the way would be, you of the Five Assassins Adventuring Company.
Are there? Do you have any paper and charcoal that I could perhaps have? I would love to take some etchings while I'm down in the tombs.
I don't. I'm a lord. I'm very drunk.
You're drunk as a lord.
All right.
That's what I said.
I have some already in my pack, but I feel I'm getting low, and depending on how many tombs are down there, I'd really like to capture this to take home to the church.
I think Samson looks at the camera in his hand and thinks, No, I won't mention it.
They have pens too. You don't
Yeah.
get charcoal.
The rubbings.
I
the
just
rubbings. James, for your homework for next session, you may wish to read about the Gond religion in D&D. I think they might be up your alley. They're the chief deity of inventors. Also, it's fun to say Gond. It's like a bell.
That's a Doctor Who reference.
No, it's not. It's just a word.
So
you're looking around the storage room, and Marlon White Sparrow is just kind of shoving crates out of the way, and then he's kind of trying to peek behind like a large shelf, and he accidentally kind of tips it all over. There's a crashing noise as glass bottles of various preserves and whatnot shatter on the floor of the basement. He says, but here is the stairs into the sub-basement.
Oh.
And he points the way down a dark, unlit, spooky, cobwebbed, wretched-looking, dark and dreary corridor.
I immediately light a torch.
I had a spell, but all right.
You can do that too, Glenn.
It's okay.
Multiple sources of light are not bad.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
At least some of us can see in the dark as well.
Yes.
Yes, I knew we would find it.
I can also cast
Chamberlain.
light, so if anybody needs an object turned into light, I can do that to them.
That's what I can do too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brindley tried to hide it from me clearly, but well, after you. It is Lord Marlon White Sparrow is not really an adventurer or combatant, so he is just kind of accompanying you. He does have with him, he kind of pulls out from under his robes majestically. He does have, this will be very important. This is the history of the White Sparrow family, the grand history of the White Sparrow, says the embossed cover of the leather-bound, self-published book. That he starts flipping through, that seems to have descriptions of all the various lords and ladies who are Marlon White Sparrow's forebearers.
Good, because one thing you need on an adventure is definitely a drunk lord with a book of genealogy.
Yep.
Which he typeset himself, apparently.
Yes. It's all in papyrus.
So basically, we have somebody who's probably going to get killed. So this is an escort mission. We have to get this person, get a crown, and them not to die.
Who's first? He says, standing by the horrible stairs down into the sub-basement.
That's me.
Okay.
I'm tiny and easily killed, so
I will sneak ahead.
I think Samson and Pascal, who can both see in the dark, shall wander along as well.
All right. Do you want to put yourself in a marching order?
The reason I'm suggesting that I go first is I can be practically invisible.
Yes.
And then I can come back and warn people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a robot panda is stealthy.
I can also see the dark, apparently.
It's not mentioned, but as being particularly stealthy. So yes, I think we'll go with the.
Tony, do you want us to line up?
Yeah. Why don't you put yourselves in a marching order in that hallway?
I don't see a hallway. I see a black square.
Zoom out and look in the top left corner.
Way up there. Okay.
Yeah, way up there.
I see a very blurry background.
It may take a little. Try reloading if it hasn't snapped in. Do other people see a hallway?
I see it.
Yeah, I see a hallway.
I am happy to go second. I can stay well back from where Krong is, and my black cloak will hopefully hide the rest of us from any prying eyes.
We should keep the Lord should not be in the absolute rear. He needs to be protected.
He should be sort of in the middle a little bit.
Yeah, probably after Reed Quarrel.
Great idea.
Thank you. I could go ahead of Cool Cat because I'm not very. I'm apparently not very resilient, so possibly a good place for me to be.
And Samson, I think you can put the Pascal token on your square and move them together if you want. So
I shall do that.
All right.
Following up the rear. All right.
Krong, can you see in the dark?
Yes, I have dark vision, 60
Excellent.
feet.
I do as well, apparently.
All right. So Krong, it's like it's a, is it make it like a well lit or a dimly lit hallway? But the hallway is not more than 60 feet, so you can see the end of it.
Yeah, I can see shades of gray.
All right. So the hallway is, it's pretty ancient. Seems like probably no one has been down here in quite a while. It is, there's brick walls and these ancient tunnels beneath White Sparrow Keep. Here and there's kind of like roots have kind of burrowed through the cracks into the dungeon because it hasn't been upkept in any while. And there's, dripping water in different places from the ceiling. Some of the stones have kind of like faded inscriptions or kind of various motifs relating to royals and nobility. But it's a little,
might take a couple
it's a little on the
runnings.
decrepit side. Okay. So Kron, you can see that the hallway goes, 60 feet and then takes a right turn, or I guess south turn, if that helps.
I would like to be stealthy, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna throw a roll in if you want. 17.
Very stealthy.
And sneak around this corner.
All right.
I think to myself, wow, Kronk just disappeared.
You can see that the tunnel heads south for quite some ways. There are, it looks like, some doors on both the east and west sides of the tunnel, about halfway down.
I will wave everybody up and then go down and listen at this door.
I
All
can't
right.
see you.
Yeah, you forget. You're you have dark vision. They can't see you.
Some of them.
Dark. They just see you
I have a
glowing
torch.
red eyes.
I have a
can
torch,
see
but I
Kron.
don't want to bring it too far.
I will sneak back up to them. Go
then-
up to the corner.
I will do that then.
All right. You head down the hallway, Krong, stealthily, and listen at an ancient door. It just looks like kind of a mundane wooden door. It doesn't look like it's reinforced in any way. Karakan, careful. It is silent. There's just kind of this sound of, the dungeon settling.
Did you say how high the ceilings are?
They're like, I'm going to say they're 8 feet high.
Okay, phew.
Little, not your full 10-foot
I hate it when I have
majestic.
to
Yeah.
crouch.
Is this door locked?
You check, it is unlocked.
I open it stealthily.
All right. It looks like as you peer around with your dark vision, an ancient, long since abandoned storage room. There's a bunch of kind of old, moldering barrels in there. Some of them are clearly kind of cracked and just weathered with age. A lot of cobwebs, a lot of dust.
Go down to the next door.
All right. As you step on to the tile in front of the next door, you hear the sound of stone sliding and several compartments opening in the ceiling above you. Let's see. Several bolts fire out of the ceiling and walls of the tunnel. I'm going to say that Krong and Reed Quarrel are the only ones in danger of being hit. Krong, ooh, that is an 18 and a 21.
Both of those will hit me.
All right. Each of them does 5 piercing damage as you get hit with a crossbow bolt.
Good heavens.
Reed Quarrel, that is a 9 and a 14.
The 14 hits exactly.
All right, you take 5 piercing damage as you get hit with a bolt.
Ow.
Lord Marlin White Sparrow goes, oh, heavens! This is, I guess, I don't know. He did say that these tunnels were very dangerous. I didn't think they were like this dangerous. We've barely started. You're bleeding.
Hey, does that book of yours have
Curse
like a
you,
list?
Brindley. Curse you and your correctionness.
Does that book you're carrying, Lord White Sparrow, have any like advice, like a detailed list of traps that we could avoid in the future?
I'll look for that.
That would be great. Thank you.
Several minutes pass. No!
To check the index.
That's in
though.
volume 2.
Volume 2, the traps that protect the White Sparrow Crypt. Oh.
I would like to examine this door for traps.
All right. You want to roll something?
Yeah, you tell me.
Perception.
Perception. Oh, good. I'll roll a d20 and subtract 1 for a 12.
The door appears untrapped.
I open it.
All right. It appears to be a similar abandoned storeroom full of cobwebs and crates and barrels and lots of dust
All right.
and grime.
I will sneak back up to the group.
What? Where did those bolts come from? Is there somebody down there?
I don't know. I am very, very badly hurt.
I reach out and put a hand on your shoulder and do a cure wounds.
Ooh, thank you.
So you get back 6.
Oh, nice work.
Thank you very much.
Grong, what kind of trap was that? Says Lord Marlon Whitesbrow.
It appeared to be a floor trap. I stepped on this tile, and even though I am very quiet, I'm also very, very heavy because I am a huge monster.
Wow, they really got you.
Yeah, that whoever built this trap knew what they were doing. You wouldn't think it would work so well after so long, but wow, props to them. Really, just the trap is pretty valuable. If you could figure out how to remove it from the castle, I bet there are trap collectors.
Really focused on a crown here, Krong, is what I'm saying. Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Well, you asked about the trap. I thought you were interested.
Well, I mainly want to make sure you don't die down here. There's insurance liability issues.
Are you insured?
Oh, yes, I'm a lord. Of course I'm insured.
Oh, well,
Just
that sounds
checking.
great. All right.
Just to be clear, I'm insured, not you.
It's insured by Lords of London.
Yeah.
I walk up. Where's London? Walk up to the tile
Next
that
time over.
triggered last time. I would like to disable that trap. Back up. I'm going to try to disable this trap.
Yes. All right.
Recommending people get out of the...
Yoink.
All right. I disable the trap
So-
somehow.
Give me a perception check with advantage to find the trap again.
Okay. I rolled either an 18 or a 14. Let's say 18.
All right. You study and you find what you suspected, which was that there was basically one of the panels in the floor is slightly off. It's a pressure panel, and stepping on it activates crossbows that fire from the ceiling and walls of this particular tunnel. You can now do a dexterity check with your thieves' tools to disarm this if you would like.
All right. Let me just verify that I do have thieves' tools. Of course I do. Do I have proficiency in them? No. Oh, he made some weird choices when building this road.
Oh, no.
Just handy. You brought them along just in case.
Oops. No,
I have
clicked-
thieves' tools and a proficiency in them.
Oh, well, good for you. Maybe after I'm dead, you can come down here. I have
You
clicked-
just keep your fingers under where this plate is, and I'll come round and do the fixing.
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing on D&D Beyond. So it's a straight dexterity check then.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a plus
6.
2.
Oh, no. Krong,
Yes, sir.
I think that the trap fires into you.
Okay.
I didn't come around the corner.
He's
You
crouching
are gonna,
down.
yeah, but
But I'm huge. I'm like 7 feet tall and 350 pounds.
one of the crossbows in the ceiling goes off, and you're going to take another 5 piercing damage. I rolled
Okay.
21 to hit. It looks like Samson Jotham has come to join you in the hallway.
I sort of looked down at the blood everywhere, and it's like, "Have you got this?
No, I definitely do not.
Oh, no.
Do you want me to have a quick go?"
Yes, that would be very nice. Thank you. I'm going to go over here now.
Okay.
Drags himself across the...
So, which check was this?
This is a dexterity check.
And if you have proficiency in your thieves' tools, you can add your proficiency bonus.
Which should be great.
So that is that's an 18.
All right. So, Samson, you spend some time studying it, and you figure out basically how to dismantle the part of the pressure plate that connects to the rest of the mechanism. So it's now just nothing will trigger the crossbows at this point. It is safe.
Pascal sort
This-
of
hold
jumps
on.
up and down on the pressure plate.
This square
times.
is safe. I should be really clear. This square is safe. This one square in the dungeon is safe. All other squares to be determined.
Perhaps some kind of perception check or something to see if any of the other stones along this corridor look particularly
Sure, you can try.
similar kind of things.
Mhm.
Not great. 9 plus a 3, a 12.
You don't see any.
What is your light source down there?
I
do you see in the dark?
I move
we
forward.
both see in the dark.
I move forward briefly and touch Krong on the shoulder, and he gets 8 hit points back.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel so much better. I really apologize for making you guys do all this work healing me. I'll try to do better next time.
It's already an adventure, says Lord Marlin White Sparrow.
Shall we continue? Shall we continue differently?
Let us continue. Lord Marlin White Sparrow boldly walks to the corner. Looks around.
Oh boy.
I think we should
walk in front of him.
We'll continue down the corridor, looking very carefully as we go.
I have good perception. If you tell me what the trap sort of looks like, maybe I can.
I describe every intimate detail of this trap mechanism in a 15-minute montage.
Okay, a lot of pictures on napkins.
I was wondering how the crossbows automatically. I wondered how the crossbows automatically reloaded.
They're very inventive.
Picture this tile, but not covered in my blood.
There's like a blackboard. There's diagrams. There's like ribbons.
I roll a 20
red ribbons.
after that thorough explanation. Even
All right,
word.
Chomasa. After that thorough explanation, you notice that the floor where the corridor takes another turn at the end of the corridor to the south is also just like a little bit doesn't quite line up with the rest of the floor. You notice that as Chance of Jotham is about to step on it.
Okay.
Stop! It's a trap.
Thank you for pointing that out. I will try and disarm said trap. Since I know how the previous one
I'm
worked.
just going back over here while you do that.
I would say you have advantage to disarm it since you know how the previous one works. And it appears to be identical in construction.
I pull Lord White Sparrow out of the hallway.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
Just in case.
Nice work.
I turn around and look at the empty corridor behind me.
Yep.
Noting
You're awesome.
The confidence of my teammates.
Pascal the robot panda gives you a confidence looking shrug.
Yeah. I rolled a 12, but do I get to add anything to that? If there's a dexterity check, +2, so 14.
All right. It's a little bit harder, but you were able to successfully dismantle that one. Ooh. You look around the corner and see a few more doorways on this hallway. It looks like there's a door off to the south, and then the hallway kind of ends in a doorway to the east.
Perhaps Chomasa should continue leading and looking.
Yes, okay. I think the eyes of the operation here.
Actually, I will stay here.
I lead Lord Marlin. I don't want Lord Marlin in the back, so I lead him in front of us.
I rolled a 7 perception.
Here, I'll make it so any of you can. Lord Marlin can now be dragged along by anyone.
Staggering a little bit.
Perfect.
Haha! Adventure! It's dark down here. Does anyone have anything to drink?
Check those barrels.
Don't check the barrels. Stay.
Spiders! Oh, grand! It's a barrel full of them.
1,000-year-old brandy is delicious.
Spider wine, the finest spider wine in all the kingdoms.
And all
within 3 feet of adventure.
Some Pruno in the corner, probably.
So Chomasa, you're continuing to be the scout.
Yes, and I rolled a 7.
All right, the rest of the hallway looks. Yeah, so the hallway looks clear.
It's okay.
Good ranging.
Well, you go first.
I was like, I'm so confident. I will carefully.
Okay. There's a door to the south if you care about that.
Is it unlocked?
You could check it.
Checking.
The door is unlocked.
I carefully. No, you know what? I'm going to listen at the door.
It's quiet.
Oh. I carefully open it.
Looks like another ancient abandoned storage room.
This is great.
Lord Marlin Whitesparrow pokes his head in and says, "Junk! My ancestors have left me junk." Really should have had Brindley clear all this stuff out before we sealed this place up. That guy.
Should sell it on the very, very antique roadshow that comes from.
Do you think he stole the crown?
I have no reason to believe that. He's always been loyal.
Okay, I listen at this door over here too, at the end of the hallway.
All right. It seems quiet.
Hey, I gently open it.
Okay.
Slowly.
How far can you see, Chomasa?
I think like I have no dark vision or.
I do have a torch, and I'm right behind. So, 20 feet from me, brightly, and then another 20 feet dimly.
All right. So I've eliminated part of the very large chamber beyond.
Oh.
So this door opens into a much bigger chamber. Chomasa, you see stone pillars supporting an arched ceiling. It's taller than the hallway. And there's a bunch of freestanding wooden shelves. You can see hundreds of dusty bottles stacked in wooden racks on the shelves. There's kind of a sticky red film covering a lot of the floor, and it smells heavily of just alcohol. Give me a quick perception check.
Should I as well, since I'm right
Sure,
here?
you're right there.
I got a 9.
Too. All right, you don't hear anything.
17.
Reed Coral, you think you hear a pop noise in the distance, and Lord Marlin is kind of peeking around the two of you. He says, "Oh, well, I like this." He starts flipping through his book. Ah, yes. 300 years ago, Lord Tharmod White Sparrow. He was a collector of wines. He kept his most valuable wines down here, all sealed up, I guess.
Well, they may not be all sealed anymore because I just heard a pop. So perhaps somehow they have gotten old and are exploding on their own, or maybe there's somebody in here.
What fun! He claps.
Should we check for traps before we walk into there?
Oh, good idea.
18.
You don't see anything in the area in front of you other than what's shown on the map. So there's pillars, ancient wooden shelves, hundreds of musty glass bottles, but it's clear that the chamber goes for some ways.
What is this as I get up to the door? What is this on the ground? Is it spilled wine? Is it like the residue of spilled wine?
Yeah, there's
dry?
Chomasa, you step into the chamber and it's
sticky.
Yeah, there's like this gross red film
It's
on
the
the
movie theater.
Yeah.
Better not get on my robe.
And yeah, you want to keep your robe kind of cinched up to make sure it doesn't drag. Yeah.
Put a knot in it.
Yeah. And the air is just, it reeks of old alcohol in here.
Does it smell vinegary
everyone.
or does it smell like it's still like drinkable wine?
I think it probably smells vinegary. There is like, it's almost like there is almost a vapor in this room, Chomasa and Reed Coral.
Wow.
Samson says we should probably avoid flames in this general area.
Well, okay, I douse the torch.
I always try to avoid flames.
Because we also have
Fire
some things,
hot.
like some things that are glowing from
Yes.
the
Stick with the magical light, I think, rather than the
So
flammable...
Chomasa and Reed Coral don't have a source of light right now, though, right?
No,
and
just
not
like I
and
just
nor
figured it out.
They can't
and do you
see,
not
right?
have
Like,
dark
I can't-
vision?
I do
I
not have dark
don't.
vision.
Okay.
So the light is
Cool.
coming from.
Cool Cat hops into the room
Yay.
because it's dark in
you're
there,
getting, red
And-
film on your mascot paws.
and he's going to look around.
All right. I'm going to reveal more of the map because you've got dark vision.
And so
Right.
it's still dark in there. So they can't see me, or they could barely see me if there's somebody in there.
Yeah. So you can see further. You can see the edges of the chamber to the north and south. It does look like it goes away to the west. And give me another quick perception check, Cool Cat.
19.
You hear another pop noise.
Where's it coming from?
Coming from the darkness to the east.
Oh, good.
And you can even see there's kind of a kind of a stream coming from the east. It looks like whereas there's just this kind of film over everything in the chamber where you are. It looks like there's more of a pool of liquid on the east side of the chamber that you can't quite make out.
Well, I'm
beyond
going to
your-
step
your
forward
vision.
and see if I can see more, and if I can see what's making the popping sound.
Okay.
I think Samson and Pascal will
I'm
follow
staying
up
close to the
because
light.
they can see in the dark as well. So
I can see in the dark too. So I'm coming in.
Well, okay. So did
And
so
your dark
earlier,
vision was like 60 feet.
earlier
60
Glenn said
feet, yeah.
Karakon had
Yes.
cast light as well. Is that
Oh
still the
no,
case?
I discussed it.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have doused the torch if there was no other light source whatsoever.
Well, didn't we think there was a little glow?
Like
I can cast light.
Somebody has a glow.
Or was it
I think,
Samson?
I think Karakon cast. Let's say Karakon cast light on a coin or something, and he's been in the back.
Okay.
All right. So between your dark vision and your light, you can see kind of around. It does seem like maybe not a great idea to do anything flame-based, given how thick the alcohol vapor is in here. And you can see kind of a strange shimmering pool, Cool Cat, in the northeast chamber, northeast corner of the chamber. It seems like there's another pop, and you see a bottle on one of the racks, kind of just shatter as if from age, and the liquid drops down into it. But there's this weird kind of glistening, almost shimmering pool in the northeast corner of the wine cellar of wines that are collecting and mingling.
I would like to do a perception check and see if there's something strange about the shimmering, glistening pool.
All right.
That's just gonna be a 9.
All right. It looks red.
And I've taken my boomerang and I brought out a boomerang and cast light on it so that I'm using it as a torch essentially, but it's magical.
Should I also cast a perception check, because I can see into the distance as well?
Sure.
In the dark.
Would you like to move forward, Karakon, and look at
I'll
stuff?
go up and make it up there a little bit closer, and I'm going to cast roll 20 here, and I got an 11, and I have no extra perception on top of that, unfortunately.
Nope. It just looks weird and shimmery. And Karakon, as you are staring at the pool kind of slides forward and stares back into you.
Yeah.
Neat. Maybe it wants to be my friend.
Spoiler, it does not.
Remember, I said
it's spoiled.
Don't use fire. I think we should use fire.
All right. Hold on.
This pool
So you are startled, Karakon, as like kind of a pseudopod rises out of the pool and slaps you in the face.
Hey, what'd I do?
15 versus armor class.
11.
Pseudopods. Why is it always pseudopods?
All right. You take 9 bludgeoning damage as it just hits you in the side of the head.
Man, I was.
And 3 acid damage as your face sizzles.
I got 1 hit point left.
Well, that was a good start.
Wait, I'm sorry. What were the top? It was 9 plus
3, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am now dead.
You're not dead. You're unconscious.
Wait, 9 plus 3. No, 12. I beg your pardon. I'm 1, so you're barely hanging in there.
Big difference.
Sorry.
All right. I think that you should all roll initiative.
It's the hour now too.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, I didn't warn you.
That's okay.
It's top of the hour.
All right. What is going on? What have you done to invoke the fury of this old wine? Will you be murdered by spirits here?
Spirits.
You thought there would be the undead. It's the other creepy kind of spirits that seeks to kill you. Is this all just some kind of trite moral lesson about the dangers of drinking and then going into an abandoned crypt underneath a lord's house? Is that what we do here on this podcast? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. How's that? Thanks, Jason. I had totally lost track of time.
We gave it a bad score in Wine Spectator, and it's taking revenge.
Oh, no.
Plus 80, no.
Let me just check. So we've done 2 episodes. I wasn't sure how many episodes we would do today, especially since my internet meant we started later than expected. What are people game for? Including, you can just say like, that's enough for me today, or we could do more.
I think my ability is at, I think I've reached it.
Okay.
For focus, and I don't think I said anything for the last half hour, so maybe I'm not as engaged.
Okay. So we'll repick this up next week. Probably we won't finish the adventure in 2 sessions, but you will get pretty far into it. This adventure is a little bit more straightforward in terms of it just being a dungeon crawl and a series of weird, creepy rooms with weird, creepy things. The important thing that you note down for next time is your current status as far as spells used and hit points used and all of that kind of thing. If you want, you can roll initiative now. The first thing you'll do is we'll deal with initiative in the battle. But yeah, that's stuff. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Good.
Good.
I've got 1 hit point left, so I'm doing.
Well, Cool Cat's right behind you, so he's going to heal you right away.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wow, I rolled a 20 on my initiative.
I got a 17 initiative. I'm not...
Finally,
I
a great
rolled
roll.
a 7.
Oh, are we doing that now?
I said you could. I didn't say you had to.
All right.
Well, we are.
I'm gonna stop my recording. Wow, we've been doing this for 3 hours. Thanks, technical difficulties.
I got a 21.
Oh, what do I
I got
add
a
for
12.
initiative?
Well, live stream, thank you so much for sticking with us through our technical difficulties, as
back.
always.
Oh, that's right.
Next weekend, I don't think we have any dog and pony show this week, so I think next Saturday is your next total party.
Yeah,
kill.
same time
Available.
next Saturday.
Yep.
All right. Goodbye, live stream. Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye, Erica.